Natalie Brand at the White House says Vance will have a full plate.
Vice President Vance has remained optimistic going into these talks as he prepares. He's now traveling to them. Iran, he says, has to negotiate in good faith and that he's been sent with clear guidelines from President Trump. And we know that that includes the issue of uranium enrichment, Iran's nuclear program, and, of course, the Strait of Hormuz.
CBS's Elizabeth Palmer says the Iranians will be negotiating from a position of strength.
The Iranian high card is the Straits of Hormuz and the fact that at the moment they're controlling and in fact have stopped traffic almost entirely in the Straits of Hormuz. We've seen this morning new inflation figures in the United States that reflect the fact that there is just a real shortage of energy in world markets. And so that is a vulnerability for the Americans.
The talks will be taking place as the 2-week ceasefire is in danger of collapsing. The Artemis 2 mission to the moon and beyond will come to an end later today with splashdown in the Pacific. CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood says the astronauts will be coming in hot.
It really all comes down to re-entry and splashdown. They've traveled almost 700,000 miles on this trip, out around the moon and coming back. And of course, the Earth's gravity is pulling them in faster and faster and faster. And they're going to hit the atmosphere at about 24,000 miles an hour. That's fast enough to fly from Los Angeles to New York in about 6 minutes. But the whole process from re-entry to splashdown is only going to take about 13 minutes.
The Orion capsule will hit 32 miles the speed of sound as it re-enters Earth's atmosphere. White House officials are today warning administration staff against placing bets on those prediction markets.
CBS News obtained an email from the White House Management Office telling aides not to use non-public government information to place wagers on markets like Kalshi or Polymarket, warning it's a criminal offense. Connecticut Democratic Senator Chris Murphy claims it's already happened ahead of the military operations in Venezuela and Iran.
There's a lot of people inside that White House that are using these prediction markets to enrich themselves corruptly. And of course they are, because the tone is set from the top.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The Trump administration is acknowledging its claim that 5 million New Yorkers use Medicaid personal care services is way off. The actual number is 450,000. Officials had used the higher number to justify a sweeping federal fraud investigation. The Dow is down about 0.5% at this hour. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world.
I'm Tony.
There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers.
How are you?
I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Seattle police are looking for a violent robbery suspect, and they need your help to find him. We're going to tell you all about that in just a moment. But first, KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic, and we're looking Friday light on a spring break. It is good to be out driving if you need some place to go. Federal Way to Seattle is just 22 minutes. Linwood to Seattle, just 18 minutes. It's usually almost 50 minutes this time of day. I don't see anything blocking. Lake bridges are clear where speed limit drive in the north and south sound. And of course, the mountain passes are clear as well because it's springtime. This report brought to you by Bucky's Complete Auto Care. For 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has earned local trust with honest pricing and guaranteed repairs. That's why they're Carfax preferred. No gimmicks, just great service. Bucky's.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Jillian Raftery. 2 men are behind bars accused of 2 separate crimes that led to 3 murders in Kent on Tuesday night. Both were at least partially caught on surveillance camera. Yesterday, alert neighbors helped police in Kent track the suspect in a stabbing on West Meeker Street to a home where he was arrested. And KIRO 7 TV's Jake Chapman says another man had his first court date yesterday.
To the shooting now. The suspect there, police say, shot and killed 2 men in their 20s at a party on Tuesday. Court documents say surveillance video from a neighbor showed the suspect firing a gun 4 times in the direction of where the victims' bodies were found. Those docs also say a neighbor saw the suspect toss a gun into the bushes, and police used canine partner Frank to find that gun.
Police say both incidents are unrelated. Police in Seattle are hoping for help finding a man they say beat up a convenience store employee, 2 of them, while trying to steal wine. This happened March 26th in Pioneer Square. Investigators say the man grabbed the bottle, then bashed one man's head with it, seriously injuring him. The suspect was wearing a white T-shirt as a head cap, plus a white face mask and a long-sleeve shirt with a rectangular logo on the front. They do have a photo from surveillance footage, which we've posted on mynorthwest.com. And a brand new apartment building in Seattle's Ballard neighborhood is giving residents more than just a home.
For the first time since originally moving out of my mom's house when I was like 17, I do feel like I'm finally in a secure place.
That apartment building is called St. Luke's, and it's named for the church that donated the land. It's part of a partnership between the state, city, and even a private health care company that poured millions of dollars into the project. It's going to be managed by a social housing developer. The 84 units serve residents who make 50 to 60% of area median income. And it's the first day of the Washington State Spring Fair in Puyallup this weekend. It's open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. through Sunday. Then again next weekend. We're going to check your weather now, and we're going to have high clouds. Really nice day, warm at 68, but then the rain is likely to move in tomorrow with a high of 57. It's 50 degrees downtown in Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Oh, and that's my favorite one, too. Yes, that's my favorite one right there. Little Stevie, happy Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. And Ursula, it is my last show in my 40s.
It is. How are you feeling about it?
I feel good.
You're ready to turn the page?
I'm ready to turn the page. Your dog is turning 50 tomorrow. And I feel grateful. I feel like you only turn 50 once, and it's really tough to turn 50 twice. You know what I mean? So
I'm curious though, if you're thinking with this next decade, as you enter your 6th decade, if you're thinking, I'm going to play it differently than I have previous decades.
Yeah.
Like, there are some things that I just want to get done in this next decade. I mean, how important was, for anyone who's listening right now, who's been there, done that, I mean, was 50 a much bigger one than 40?
Yeah.
I don't know why 60 for me was much bigger than 50.
Okay. All right. Yeah, obviously we'll be talking a lot about it.
Yes.
I do have, if you guys are hanging out on the show today at in the 11 o'clock hour, I got family coming in.
I can't wait.
And right now, my dad's sister is holding up my wife right now.
Oh.
You know, she's like, she's still on the phone.
Oh.
You know, and so, I didn't lie to her. I did kind of give a 15-minute buffer, but that side of the family don't move that fast. You know what I'm saying? What we got going on the show today, Ursula?
Well, we have a very, very, very full show for all of you. We're going to have a little special You Be the Judge within our top story.
Let's go.
Okay, so we've got that.
Yeah.
And then we said we were going to try to choose joy, but I see that coming up at 9:30, we're planning to talk about how our state is one of the most expensive states for older adults.
Yeah.
But we're going to flip it around.
Okay.
If you're not retiring here in the state of Washington because it is so expensive, where are you going to retire?
Okay.
What would be some of your top choices and why?
Right.
888-973-5476, 888-973-KIRO.
Hold on, Ursula. On the rundown today, did they have a thing about Gen Z carrying around anxiety packs?
I saw that you said that. Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, geez.
I don't be cared of.
These folks, they can't take around anxiety packs.
I don't know about that.
Ursula's top stories of the day brought to you by Pendergast Law.
Well, Washington's new Millionaire's tax is not even in effect yet, and the state's already hiring hundreds of people to run it. Governor Bob Ferguson signed the law last month. As you know, it's a nearly 10% tax on income over $1 million. With the first payments due in 2029, it's expected to bring in $3 to $4 billion a year from about 21,000 households. But to get there, the State Department of Revenue says it's going to need more than 300 new employees. Now, they're saying more than a third of those jobs would go toward administering the tax, while another 100 plus would help expand the working families tax credit. So if you're not familiar with that, that's a program that sends money back to lower income households. By the time this all is up and running, We're talking about just to handle the new state income tax would be, again, in the millions, more than $557 million over a 2-year budget cycle, including about $45 million in salaries alone. Yeah. I'm just going to be telling you right now, that astounded me. But supporters are saying the payoff is there. There's a major expansion of that tax credit that's going to add nearly 500,000 lower-income households into the mix. So that's going to take work. Yeah. But all of this is, of course, happening years before a single dollar is collected.
All right. Before I get into this, I'm going to shout out my boy Greg in Las Vegas. It's his birthday today, too.
Oh!
Greg, happy birthday, dog. Now, Ursula, let me tell you, I can't stand talking about the millionaire tax. I can't stand it because, look, whether we agree or disagree on the tax, whatever. But see, this part right here, 300 folks being hired to do this, this is where folks get skeptical. Every time, think about this for a second, every time that there is some new way to collect some money, we figure out a way to spend it. Get some new money. You figure out a new way to spend it. Now, you're talking about bringing in billions of dollars, like Ursula said.
Yeah, $3 to $4 billion.
Working family, families, working families and stuff like that, bringing us this thing. But the problem is the question is, are we fixing some of these problems? Because right when we start to fix things, it seems like we create almost like some type of machine around it, and then that's going to cost money to fix that. Like, so soon as the money comes in, it's like getting a raise, right? You get a raise, oh my goodness, life's going to be better, and then you go out there and buy a brand new car, and you wonder like, oh, I don't know where the money's going. You bought a damn new car.
Well, precisely. And personally, I don't trust the state to handle this new income tax with a lot of due diligence when it comes to the spending. And when you're already, before you even collected anything, by the way, we're going to be talking about the lawsuits that it's already facing, but now you're talking about 300 at least new employees, and so much of that is toward administrative costs. I mean, this is where you give people the argument that we have a spending problem. Yeah. I mean, this is not helpful. And I want to bring up the brand new millionaire's tax because it is already facing at least 2 legal challenges before it even takes effect. And we mentioned it briefly in the 11 o'clock hour yesterday because it was just breaking. But former State Attorney General Rob McKenna and the Citizen Action Defense Fund have filed this lawsuit to block the tax entirely.
They don't get to rewrite the Constitution. They know that. The governor and the legislators who voted for this bill know that.
So the argument is that Washington law has long treated income like property. And under a 1933 ruling, property taxes have to stay flat. Yeah. And again, this new law targets income over $1 million at 9.9%, which they say clearly violates the Constitution. That's one of the arguments that they're going to use. Right. But there's a second lawsuit, though, that is backed by the group Let's Go Washington. And that one isn't about the tax rate. It's about whether we even get to vote on this. And as we have reported, lawmakers included what is called a necessity clause, which would block a public referendum. And the group Let's Go Washington is saying that is unconstitutional, and they're asking the courts to step in after their own attempt to put the tax on the ballot was rejected.
Yeah. You know what would be tickling me? What tickles me is how a lot of folks be picking and choosing when they want to support the Constitution. It reminds me of the Bible. You know what I mean? When they pick and choose verses out there, to kind of sporadically put and make their points. And look, I'm not going to argue. You guys want to talk about the Constitution? Cool. Make sure you apply that in every other aspect. Don't just keep talking about the Constitution on the local level, state level. Make sure you keep that same energy on a federal level. But, there's a little hypocrisy right there. Again, this is the millionaire tax. There's going to be a battle. Former State's Attorney General Rob McKenna we battle against current State Attorney General Nick Brown. It's going to be a clash. Boom. We'll see. But I just want people to remain consistent when you talk about the Constitution.
Yeah, and I am consistent, and I don't think this new income tax is going to survive. And I don't think it should. That's not to say that we don't need tax reform, because we desperately need it. And we've talked about it. But if you want an income tax, do it the right way. and amend the Constitution and let voters decide. Instead, the Democrats in Olympia skipped that step. They actually blocked a public vote. They also refused to add safeguards to keep this tax from expanding beyond millionaires in the future, which I think is why there's a lot of bipartisan support. Not bipartisan, but there are many Democrats who are like, wait a minute. I'm not for this one because it lacks those safeguards. I mean, if you are confident in your policy, put it on the ballot and let the people decide. But now we're spending millions to put this system in place to tax the millionaires and even more money to defend it in court, and not a single dollar has come in yet.
Before we go, I just want to make sure over the next 10, 20 years, can we all agree that this same tax structure, you know, the one where the people from lower income households pay the highest percentage of their income
needs to change.
Can we all? No, I know it needs to, but can we all agree that it won't? Over the next 10, 20 years, it will not change. We will continue to have a system that don't. By the way, Rob McKenna ain't gonna fight for that. Rob McKenna, a lot of folks ain't going to fight for the lower income households that continue to pay a higher percentage of their income towards taxes. So while we can agree to disagree on the tax, but this same system will remain. Oh, boy, what we got?
I can't. We're throwing in a you be the judge.
Okay, what we got?
Because a King County judge just lost his job. And get this, G, it's over a parking discount.
Okay, talk to me.
So we're not talking about, this is not a scandal involving millions, not a controversial ruling. We're talking about $10.
Yeah.
The Washington Supreme Court has removed pro tem judge David Razumna after he forged a document to try to get a cheaper daily parking rate.
Okay.
So background here, he'd been trying to get a county employee discount, which is about $10 off of a $30 parking fee. But he didn't qualify because pro tem judges don't get badges. So at first, he tried to talk his way into it, even showing his robe and his name placard to a parking attendant. Well, that didn't work. I mean, those parking attendants, they're tough. So he escalated. He created a fake letter claiming that he worked for King County, stamped it with an official court seal, and used another judge's signature. Then handed it over to get the discount, and apparently that's what crossed the line. So the state's Commission on Judicial Conduct says it violates the most basic standard, which is don't fake official documents. The Supreme Court agreed, calling his actions deceitful and saying they showed a lack of integrity and judgment, enough to remove him from the bench. Now, he, for his part, is saying this was a joke, was a misunderstanding, and he thinks the punishment is too harsh. It doesn't fit the mistake. So y'all be the judge. Did the judge get justice?
Okay. Does anybody remember Tanya McDowell, Kelly Williams Bowler? These are women right here that face jail time for using incorrect addresses to enroll their children in better funded schools. Face jail time. And so here we have a situation where a judge uses a judge's seal stamp, uses a signature of another judge. So we wonder why people right now are just fed up. We wonder why people, every election, Ursula, you're always like, hey, you need to get out there and vote. And people are like, you know what? I don't even care about voting, because these are some of the reasons why people get so skeptical. You guys know the saying, how does it go? How you do anything? How you do everything. Accountability matters. If a judge is doing that, just that, on damn parking, can you imagine the other things that he's doing?
Well, exactly. Because I know there might be a few who might argue, was this an appropriate punishment? I mean, I guess the judge is saying, hey, it's too harsh.
Right.
Because I don't know that there is I'm sure there's an appeals process, but if the state Supreme Court has already ruled on it, I think we're done.
No, it needs to be more.
Yeah, but you're saying that instead of just losing his ability, he should be charged with a crime and potentially face time. Here's some irony here. He served as chair of the Washington State Bar Association's Character and Fitness Board in 2018. I mean, What on earth would make someone who knows the rules, someone who is trusted to uphold the law, risk everything for $10 of savings and parking?
Ursula, put your notes away. Let's talk for a second. You've been in this game going on 38 years. Ursula, are you starting to see the pattern? Are you starting to see
there have been patterns from the beginning of time?
That the majority of corruption comes from people in power. But the people that have to be held accountable for corruption usually are the people that come from lower income households, are common everyday workers. You know, the one that, oh my goodness, they stole $100 out of the till and they put them all over the news. This news of this judge is, we're done. Nobody's going to talk about this story anymore. The problem is there needs to be a reversal. If you are in a situation like this and you commit crimes or audits or, look, we talked about King County in the audits and
we're going to be following up to, by the way, for anyone who's asking, we were going to be following up to make sure they said if there was outright fraud and they can have enough evidence that a crime was committed, that they are going to pursue criminal charges.
And we keep asking the question, has anybody been held accountable?
Yeah.
And the answer is no. All I'm saying is let me right now be working at the local Safeway and on camera because gas prices and groceries are so high and I steal $125. I lose my job. I put this on my criminal record. It's going to be on my record forever. I can't get employed. I'm on probation. All of these things. It will knock out a person's life. But meanwhile, a judge and people in power get to move on and do whatever. You can be an adjudicated sexual abuser. You can be somebody who has paid off a porn star. You can do whatever you want. All I'm saying is when I talk about the system, it is the system that continues to work because they are the system.
Yeah. Well, luckily in this case, the Commission on Judicial Conduct busted him, and then the state Supreme Court agreed with the decision.
How much money do you think he saved, Ursula? How much money do you think he saved?
I don't even think he saved that $10.
That's why I'm kind of mad at that's why I'm kind of mad. One of the things, I hate to put my business out in the streets, but that's one of the reasons why I'm mad at my sister and I don't talk to her right now. You want to know why I don't talk to her right now? Besides the fact that she owes me money, besides that part, here's a part that drives me nuts because she went to go park at a concert, and she had my daughter in the car. She went to go park at a concert. Ooh, I think I got some family listening. Y'all don't tell nobody. Anyway, family in the car, and used my dad's badge to gain parking.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm so sick and tired. Like, the people in power, they use these things and they just get away with it. And it breaks my heart because there are some people that just would love another chance, but they can't get another chance.
Well, sounds like the judge is going to be begging for another chance. And text us, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. If you disagree and think that this was too harsh of a punishment, let us know that. Okay, coming up, though, we are going to be talking about, unfortunately, it's expensive. How expensive is it for older adults here in the state of Washington? And if you could choose anywhere outside of Washington, where would you go to retire?
Somewhere where that judge is. All right, we'll do it next, Gee Ursula.
Congratulations to KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger and digital content producer Patrick Janasek, nominated for a Northwest Emmy Award for investigative reporting.
It began with a question from the community. It seemed almost too stunning to be true.
KIRO News Radio is honored to be the only radio station nominated for the prestigious Emmy Award as part of our commitment to impactful storytelling across every platform, reaching into the communities we serve on KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland. I'm working to lower costs, grow the middle class, keep us safe, and defend our freedom. I'm also here to help you with the IRS, Social Security, Medicare, the VA, passports, and more. We've recovered over $16 million for taxpayers and look forward to helping you. Call me at 360-459-8514 or visit strickland.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Aren't you the company that gives away free furnaces?
That's us. Buy a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system and the furnace is free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our home comfort advisors are tax credit and rebate specialists, so they'll handle the rebate for you.
Go to CM Heating for better comfort, lower bills, and a free furnace you'll love for years. Get your free estimate for furnace replacement at cmheating.com. And remember, for furnaces, fireplaces, hot water, and total home comfort, including electrical, there's no beating CM Heating.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
Did you know in Washington State, you can see a physical therapist without a referral from your doctor? That's right. Thanks to Direct Access, you can skip the wait and get the care you need right away. Shannon O'Kelly, how has Direct Access changed the game?
Direct Access for us, Brock, is a game changer. Why? Is because there is so much research and data out there that says if you get in early when you have a musculoskeletal problem or an injury, the earlier you get in and we can start care, the better outcomes and the decreased downstream cost, okay? So it's so important. Our providers are all doctors of physical therapy. They're all trained to identify situations and problems. They've got the skill, they've got the talent, they've got the knowledge. If you get in and start therapy early, we're going to get you back to activity, pain-free, and moving and having fun.
Fast, easy, effective. Direct Access is your path to better movement starting with a single step. Visit irgpt.com to schedule your appointment today. irgpt.com.
Don't wait. Insulate. Last year, American Crawl Space and Pest Services gave over $2 million in insulation rebates from PSE, more than any provider in the state. If your home was built before 1990, you're eligible for recouping up to 95% of insulation replacement costs. Insulate with American Crawl Space and keep your home warm during the winter and cool during the summer.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a Best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctor's offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. Vice President J.D. Vance heads to Pakistan today.
We're looking forward to the negotiation. I think it's going to be positive. We'll, of course, see, as the President of the United States said, if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith, we're certainly willing to extend the open hand. If they're going to try to play us, then they're going to find that the negotiating team is not that receptive.
Those peace talks are scheduled for tomorrow with Iran, but CBS's Elizabeth Palmer in Tel Aviv says there is the possibility the Iranians will be a no-show.
Their bottom line still seems to be there has to be a ceasefire in Lebanon, and Israel is going no dice. In fact, the military said today battling Hezbollah in Lebanon is its chief priority now. We have to assume there's a lot of horse trading going on behind the scenes, and we won't really know the outcome probably till tomorrow.
Inflation is up. You can thank energy prices like gas, which is up 21%.
Unfortunately for consumers, if the ceasefire holds, prices at the pump, they're not expected to start falling for another 2 or 3 weeks. As the old saying goes, prices at the pump go up on the elevator and come down by the stairs.
That's CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. It's the countdown to splashdown for the Artemis 2 crew. They'll plummet through Earth's atmosphere at 24,000 miles an hour and land somewhere off the coast of San Diego, then get picked up by the USS John P. Murthka. There's a watch party starting at 3 p.m. at the Museum of Flight. It's the busiest travel day of spring break, and if you tend to pack a lot of gear, be prepared to pay a lot more.
Airlines quickly added in these fees in response to fuel price volatility. For Alaska, it means an added $5 on the first bag, $10 on the second. Travel expert Gary Leff with viewfromthewing.com says airlines are feeling added pressure to generate revenue, and he doesn't expect these bag fees to go down.
It's a way of increasing across the board. We won't see bag fees fall. We could see airfares fall, and those are much more likely.
He says it's more important than ever to calculate your total trip cost rather than just the ticket price. John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Now we're going to check your drive, KIRO News Radio real-time traffic, and we're looking really good. Can you believe this? Federal Way to Seattle, only 21 minutes, and it's 9:30. Usually it's about 45 minutes this time of day. Renton to Bellevue, 14 minutes. Linwood to Bellevue on 405, 17 minutes. And Linwood to Seattle on I-5 southbound, an unbelievable 16-minute drive. Lake bridges are clear, and I don't see anything blocking right now. This report is brought to you by Seattle Sports. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. We are going to have our last beautiful day, potentially 68 degrees, high clouds. Tomorrow, rain is likely with a high of 57. It's 50 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show on this Fresh Fridays. And it is Gee's last day in his 40s.
Last day.
And he's feeling really good. Mm-hmm. We just posted some pictures on our Gee and Ursula Show Facebook page. Would love to hear from you, your birthday wishes for Gee. And also, What are you doing? Because it is a Flex Friday, and we are trying to make sure that coming up at 9:47, we're keeping each other accountable.
Keep each other accountable.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
But, hey, did you see this as a report out of the Seattle Times? Because, we often talk about the cost of living. But now Washington seems to be getting higher and higher on these lists of most expensive places to live in the U.S., and now it's for older adults, specifically for those who rent and who also describe themselves as being in good health. And so this report says for those who are over the age of 65, you have to make 11% more than the national average of around $37,000 just to cover your food and your housing and the basic necessities.
Right.
And specifically, narrowing it down further, in the Seattle area, you have to make around $43,000, which is 28% above the national average.
Right.
And more than half of single older adults here in our state make less than what is called this elder index.
Yeah.
So we're going to flip it because that's just depressing.
yeah, it is. Yes,
and we're trying to choose joy.
Yeah.
So the question I have is, if you're not going to retire in the state of Washington for reasons of it's too expensive or whatever, where do you go?
I think right now my daughter is in Arizona. So
that's new.
Yeah, that's new. And so looks like I'm pointing my ways to maybe some Arizona. So I look at it like this. Your dog turned 50 tomorrow, right? So God willing, if I could just go another 15 years of just working and making some income for the next 15 years, right? So I stack away.
Yes.
And then, boom, 65. Lillian's a couple years in front of me. She gonna get mad that I said that, but she a couple years. You know what I'm saying? She a couple years.
She looks very good.
she's a couple years in front of me. So boom, we strike out to Arizona down there, and then we could take the most bang for the buck. But you know what? This story was gonna be. I want to get to talking to you because you gotta come up with a plan. You need to talk about your plan.
We were just talking about this last night.
Yeah.
Because here's my dilemma, and I need help from others who have gone through this before.
Okay.
Now, I'm jumping ahead. I'm putting the cart before the horse. I will admit that because
but you can see it coming.
Yeah, I can see it coming. But so my older son specifically moved back from Florida here to the Seattle area to be closer to family.
Yes.
And I am forever grateful for that because he is now turning 30. So he's got a big milestone. And he has said, I want to find that person, for the rest of my life,
right,
who I'm going to start a family with. And so I want to be closer to family. Now, my younger son, who is turning 26, just so happened to fall madly in love with a woman from Canada.
And you love her.
I love her. Okay. She's the one who, they're the ones that invited me to share
together?
a room. We vacationed together.
You shared a room together?
Yes. Yeah, we've had a lot of time to spend together because she has been visiting us over the last, they've been dating almost 4 years.
Yeah.
So they've already talked about they're going to get married.
Okay.
Now, their plan is that she's going to move to the United States, which is going to be a challenge, given how tough it is for immigration right now. But she's a teacher, so that might help. And he is going to move over to the East Coast because her family's in Montreal. Mm-hmm. So she's going to basically be giving up Canada.
And
he is going to give up the coast. Yeah. So now what do I do?
Okay. So
what do people?
Okay, real quick, let's talk Ursula for a second. When she says, "What do I do?" Here's what Ursula's thinking. Here's the quiet part said out loud. Now, if her youngster Eric, her youngest, lives over there, and they get together, they get married happily ever after, and they have some kids. Now, Ursula is thinking, I'm gonna be coming in doing the Gee and Ursula show while my grandkids are seeing the other side of the family way more than me. And so they're going to be sending me pictures, and Meemaw and Pawpaw is always in the videos, like Suge Knight say.
Yes, and I don't want to be fly by grandma. So I want to be just like I had with my mother-in-law and my parents. So fortunate.
So what you going to do, leave?
Not any time soon.
Would you leave then?
They I don't know. I have a dilemma. I just told you. I need folks to tell me what they've done. When you have family all across the country, I'm not alone. I'm not going to be alone in that. And people deal with this all the time. But remember, I'm the person who wanted to have a dang compound to have my family all in the same
Oh, boy.
area.
Ursula, anybody that says compound, I get to say,
okay.
oh, boy.
I'm talking about, I know, okay. You know what I'm talking about.
Larry in the 206 says, Ursula, retirement means time with your spouse.
This is true. But you know who else said the same thing?
Who?
Mark. He was like, yeah, well, we would maybe consider having a place there part-time, like buying a condo over there and being there for chunks of time.
Right.
And wherever is. I mean, again, this is a lot of.
That's how you would do it. And so this is what I think you and Long Live Mark need to do. I think you literally have to go sit down with a professional and say, hey, we want to do this potentially. If we want to have a condo here and still be able to stay here, what does that look like? What do we have to do in preparation?
Yes.
And Ursula, where you can see it. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to see it.
Yes. I mean, and the first thing that needs to happen is they need to get married. So next thing would be, I'm not putting pressure on them, but the next thing would be, are they going to have kids? They say they're going to, but you never know.
It's 2026. Why buy the cow? You got to milk for free. You ain't got to get married. They might have some kids without being married.
No, I heard the conversation between them. She already knows the ring. No, I heard.
They've already talked ring?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they're serious.
Oh, they serious.
Yeah, they're serious.
This
Look
is
at
so
you.
funny for me to listen to because these are the type of things when you're telling your parents about your relationship and stuff like that. They're like, I wonder what my parents are telling their friends or people in their life. Meanwhile, Ursula's out here on the radio.
I know. They've kind of grown up with it. They know.
They're like,
they
subject
know.
line.
Yeah. I speak about it joyously. But look for your advice. I know I've got the Ask Ursula advice column, and I have some thoughts as to how I would handle it. But I would love to hear your advice. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
Hey, coming up next is Flex Fridays, of course, and it's also the last show in my 40s. But there is one thing that I have to give you for just an idea for your workout routines in Flex Friday. So I had this idea. I actually just said it to Ursula about a minute ago. I'll bring it next. Gee and Ursula.
Local news from local voices you trust.
Flights out of Joint Base Lewis McChord.
KIRO Newsradio.
Questions about whether the Pentagon is deploying special forces to the Middle East.
The news you depend on.
Gas prices up 25 cents in the last week.
Conversation.
Then all of a sudden, Trump comes out, hey, we're having productive talks.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM. Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app.
If you have lived in the Northwest for more than 5 minutes, you already know the Subaru Outback. It is practically part of our landscape. It's also what I drive. And if you listen to the show, you know that. I bought mine at Carter Subaru, Seattle's only Subaru dealership. And I'm going to tell you there's a reason this car just works here. Whether it's rain, mountains, city streets, weekend getaways, my Subaru handles all of it without a second thought. And right now, the 2026 Subaru Outback comes with 3.9% APR financing, which makes a dependable all-weather vehicle even more appealing. And when you go to Carter Subaru, you're not just getting a car, you're going to be working with great people who treat you like family. No pressure, no games, just a dealership that stands behind what they sell. And also, so important to me, they invest in the community. So there is a reason you see those Carter Subaru license plates frames everywhere when you're driving out around the region. Visit Carter Subaru in Ballard or Shoreline or online at cartersubaru.com.
on approved credit, subject to vehicle insurance and availability. A documentary service fee may be added to the sale price or capitalized cost. See dealer for details. Valid through 4/30/26.
I'm waiting for mortgage rates to come down. You know, I hear that every week, and even though rates are a little higher than I'd like, VA loan rates have come down low enough that some people are saving hundreds of dollars per month simply by consolidating their bills into one VA cash-out refinance. Hi, I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage, a local family-owned company, the VA loan experts for 34 years. We love helping our veterans save money. One of our VA clients saved more than $1,200 per month. We can also help you buy a home with no money down. The VA loan program is a fantastic deal that you have earned. Give us a call and we'll discuss your VA loan options with honest advice you can trust. And we do conventional loans too. Search the web for Best Mortgage or call 425-649-6000. You'll talk to a real person, never an AI robot. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I feel like Nick knows exactly what I like for my birthday.
This is your playlist, man. It looks like you're wearing a shirt from your birth years, like late 70s, little fat white collar there.
Come on now. Got to do it. Okay, you guys know we do it every single Friday because Ursula started it off the year with this.
Hey, I'm always flexing.
Yeah. Yes, Flex Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Ursula, check in. What you been up to?
Okay, so every day I told you, so now I've upped it. So every day, and I don't always get to 100, but I do a minimum of 50 jumping jacks. I wake up to that.
Yeah.
And I have been on the bike 3 times this week, so I upped that as well. I actually had a doctor's appointment checking on my leg and wanted to get the okay, because, gee, I've got to tell you something. I got to admit this, and maybe there are other people in the same position as I am. Because I have to take a medication for a occasional arrhythmia in my heart, I have been reluctant to like work up such a sweat.
I know what you're saying.
That I'm like,
you're scared.
Is my body going to be able to withhold this? Yeah. But I got the okay from the heart doctor this week. Like, she's like, no, I need you to, like, you don't want me to be dripping sweat, but I need you to, so she wanted to reassure me. We did all the tests to make sure that my heart is in as good condition as she thinks it is. And so she's like, I want to make sure that, we've got one more test coming up. Right. But she wants to give me the okay. So I have peace of mind to go for it.
Right. Yeah, your VO2 is important. VO2 is the volume of oxygen your body consumes, right? And that's during exercise. So that's one of the biggest things that's really important. So it is important to get your heart rate up. So you by the way, you can do that walking. But one of the things I was thinking about, and I don't know, I'm a visual person. And remember how we were talking about in the last segment, like your plan of retirement and putting it down on paper so you can see it? Well, every day when I work out, especially when I go to the LA Fitness, so my second workout of the day is still at LA Fitness, right? So right now on my check-ins thing, it shows you when you've been checking in. So I'm like a weirdo. I like to see it. I like to see and look back like X amount of days in a row. If you're somebody that's like, what can keep me motivated? What if you had a calendar? Just a calendar that's just dedicated. So for the month, the rest of April, month of March, and every time you work out, you just get a red marker and you go an X on that day. An X on that day.
It's like doing a diary when you're,
Yes. So so when you go back and you look at the week previous, you can say, man, I had a good week. There's 5 X's on that week. And then you can kind of then you can go over your months and you can be like, man, that one month I only had 7 X's in that month. Or in this month I had 30. So sometimes being a visual, seeing it is like, it's kind of like the scale too, but I don't like seeing that visual.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been visiting that one too. Trying to hold myself accountable. And it's been going really well, actually. So, yeah. I am so appreciative of what we're doing, and it might bore people to death, but as we talk about it,
we made a commitment.
Yeah. So I appreciate you also giving tips because you are so diligent about it.
I'm trying. I think, thank you. Thank you. I think it's I was just telling my aunt and cousin last night because my cousin kind of grabbed my love handles and was like, oh, you're getting a little smaller a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And it really is the eating.
Oh, yeah.
You can't outwork a bad diet. It really is.
That's
eating.
True. And getting enough water, getting enough sleep. Yes.
All the stuff that we've heard about.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Last day of my 40s.
Yes.
Just so you guys know, at an 11 o'clock hour, I do have family coming to town. So brace yourself. If you got more important things to do, you might not want to hear. But
no.
maybe you can send in some questions to ask. Like, you got people like my aunt who's going to be here is my dad's sister. She's going to be here. I mean, here's someone that's known me before I even existed.
No, we've got questions.
So you guys can ask her questions. She will be here in studio. My wife will be here in studio. My daughter will be here in studio. My son, it's going to be a party.
Yes.
My cousin's boyfriend, all that kind of good stuff.
So what is, because we have a little bit of time, what is the number one thing that you are looking, as you turn this page, what are you looking forward to the most? Like, what, if you're looking back on the 40s, what was that the decade of? And then for your 50s, what do you want it to be the decade of?
My 40s was hustling. My 50s are slowing down and appreciating the hustle that I did in my 40s.
Ooh. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Ursula, you know your dog was hustling in the 40s.
Yes.
I want to slow down and be like, you know what?
Well,
it's okay. Yeah.
Is it okay to say no to some of those opportunities that...
Hey, I'm working tomorrow night on my birthday.
Oh, my God.
Hey, I'm working tomorrow night on my birthday. And by the way, I'm looking forward to seeing you and Sophia. My man Nick won't be able to make it, but looking forward to this Sunday. We'll be...
Yes, big fat party. I'm trying to not bring it up.
All right.
Can't wait to celebrate you.
Okay. Ursula, what we doing in the 10 o'clock hour, by the way? We've got all kinds of good stuff, I know.
Well, we do. Well, we're going to talk about, we're going to take a look at the national picture. A few things. There's a lot of finger pointing going around, and some people who were big fans of a certain movement are no longer big fans.
Okay.
And then also Melania Trump.
Yeah, I have an idea.
The First Lady.
Coming up at 10 o'clock. But before we do that, I have a question for our listeners, and please text and ask. In your opinion, why do you think Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, why all of a sudden they are starting to really be opinionated by Donald Trump? So that's what we're going to talk about that next. Gee Ursula.
Congratulations to KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger and digital content producer Patrick Janasek, nominated for a Northwest Emmy Award for investigative reporting.
It began with a question from the community. It seemed almost too stunning to be true.
KIRO News Radio is honored to be the only radio station nominated for the prestigious Emmy Award as part of our commitment to impactful storytelling across every platform, reaching into the communities we serve. On KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. You've heard the saying, you are what you eat. Eggs are an incredible source of protein and omega-3s. But have you thought about what the hens eat to make healthier eggs? At Wilcox Farms, our hens enjoy organic pastures and a diet of organic grains and flaxseed, creating vibrant yolks, richer flavor, and real nutrition for your family. Next time you're at the store, choose Wilcox Eggs. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit wildlottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales event going on right now through Sunday, May 3rd. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Owie, wowie.
What's with the...
Water heater's worn out.
Way less hot water?
Takes a lot longer, too.
Sounds like a goner.
Worst of all...
What?
Wasn't planning on it.
We can help.
Apollo Plumbing.
Ready right now to get you...
in hot water.
Same day.
Not this day. My budget.
How about with easy payments?
How much easy?
Around $50 a month with approved credit.
A new water heater?
50 gallons of 100% hot water delight.
For about $50 a month.
51, 52 to be precise.
And you can do it
today, if that's what you need.
Is it ever?
Apollo installs new ones with code upgrades.
Can't beat that.
Actually, I can.
What?
Your same-day water heater replacement includes Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
Which means?
Apollo Plumbing covers your new water heater for life.
You mean should it ever wear out?
Apollo Plumbing replaces it free.
And if it needs service?
Service is included for our A-list members.
Wow!
Your new water heater is ready
right now
at ApolloPlumbing.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. Ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Experience the thrill of seeing orcas and humpback whales with Puget Sound Express. Join their family-run tours for guaranteed whale sightings departing daily from Edmonds. These are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Book now at PugetSoundExpress.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. High-level, high-stakes, high-pressure peace talks between the U.S. and Iran are scheduled for tomorrow in Pakistan. CBS's Imtiaz Tayyab is there.
Many here in Islamabad, at least, are expressing optimism that the two sides will come here to the capital, will have talks. The basis of those talks is pretty clear. The Strait of Hormuz, Iran's nuclear program, along Iran's ballistic missiles program, and indeed Iran's proxies across the region.
Vice President J.D. Vance will lead the negotiations for the U.S. He's on Air Force Two now, headed for Islamabad.
We're looking forward to the negotiation. I think it's going to be positive. We'll, of course, see, as the President of the United States said, if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith, we're certainly willing to extend the open hand. If they're going to try to play us, then they're going to find that the negotiating team is not that receptive.
On social media today, President Trump wrote the Iranians don't seem to realize they have no cards other than a short-term extortion of the world by using international waterways. The only reason they are alive today is to negotiate. If the shaky two-week ceasefire in the Middle East somehow doesn't collapse, gas prices could go down, but not anytime soon, says CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Unfortunately for consumers, if the ceasefire holds, prices at the pump, they're not expected to start falling for another 2 or 3 weeks. As the old saying goes, prices at the pump go up on the elevator and come down by the stairs.
The biggest monthly jump in gas prices in 60 years caused a sharp spike in inflation in March, up 3.3% over last year. The Artemis II crew is scheduled to splash down in the Pacific later today. The longtime CBS News space correspondent Peter King says crews and ships are waiting for the arrival of the 4 NASA astronauts after their historic journey to the moon and beyond.
The recovery crews will come get them out of the spacecraft. They will attach a raft to the side of the Orion capsule, and one by one, each of the crew members will come out and be brought into a helicopter overhead and then taken to the recovery ship.
If you own a home, chances are your property taxes, like just about everything, went up last year. The numbers from CBS's Michael Wallace.
The real estate data firm Adam says property taxes rose 3.7% in 2025 from a year earlier. Delaware property owners saw the biggest tax increase, 18%. Nationwide, the average property tax bill was $4,427.
The Dow is down more than 0.5%. S&P 500 is down fractionally. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here?
How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
A daylight brawl at a park in Federal Way involved kids taking on an adult. We're going to tell you all about that crazy story in just a minute. But first, KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. And this actually might be even crazier. We're speed limit drive pretty much anywhere you want to go. As of last check, it was about 18 minutes to get from Federal Way to Seattle, or even Linwood to Seattle. It is a good drive. I do see that, I believe on First Avenue South. Let me double check this location. There was a disabled vehicle right before the First Avenue South bridge, blocking the right lane. And that's just really a distraction because volumes are so low right now. So get out and drive if you need to go somewhere. This report brought to you by Bradley Johnson Lawyers and 1-800-DUI-AWAY, serving the Pacific Northwest for over 30 years with hundreds of 5-star reviews. 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. A daylight brawl at Steel Lake Park and Federal Way on Monday, and it involved kids taking down an adult. KIRO 7 TV's Jake Chapman says it was caught on video.
But on Monday, witnesses say a woman trying to break up a fight quickly became the victim.
And then all the kids started trying to beat up her. She got beat up.
The girl you just heard from took this video.
I was thinking oh, wow.
She tells me she did call 911. Federal Way PD says they did respond. But by the time they got there, everyone had left the scene.
After Tuesday's deadly night in Kent, police say they have all their suspects in custody. They arrested a man last night for a deadly stabbing right on the city's main street. Wednesday, SWAT converged on a home to arrest another man for a separate shooting that killed 2 people. They say they got huge support from local businesses and bystanders who helped provide evidence and find those 2 suspects. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell got to talk to the Artemis crew on their last full day in space.
Once we go back and land humans on the moon, what are we going to learn from the human eye that the moon rovers couldn't tell us?
Here's astronaut Victor Glover.
A rover can collect data a lot slower, but the human's going to be able to do it much faster. But then they're also going to come back and tell you how it feels. But physiologically, in a technical and medical sense, but also in an emotional sense, so that we can continue to have that human connection.
We're expecting them to splash down off the coast of San Diego around 5 p.m. In the heart of one of the trendiest parts of Ballard in Seattle, there's a new haven for families.
3, 2, 1.
The St. Luke apartments are now open to those who make 50 to 60% of area income. A church donated the land. Government grants, along with $22 million from the private United Health Company, paid for the project, and a social housing developer is going to manage it.
A historic project, first of its kind in the Ballard area in more than 20 years.
Dr. Phil Kapp is with Optum, part of United Health. Their company is also providing a grant for family support services for residents on site. Now we're going to check your weather, and it's expected to be a really nice day. 68 degrees, some high clouds, rain tomorrow with a high of 57. 50 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Oh, yeah. Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Hope you guys are having a great one. Looking forward to a great weekend. What a weekend is going to be. Good morning to you, Ursula.
Oh, good morning. Yeah, choose joy. So to that end, do we want to start talking about baggage fees, or do we want to talk about the heavy baggage involving the MAGA movement?
I like how you did
now.
it. Let's go ahead, because what's going to happen is there's going to be some people. Let's get it out the way now.
Which part?
The baggage.
Okay.
What's going on with the federal level?
Okay. I gotcha.
Okay, buckle up.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, buckle up. As always, we want to invite you to join us on the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Y'all have been busy. Also been busy sending G his happy birthday messages. Keep those coming. Because you know what? I love to see those messages come in. I saved all the ones that were sent right before my big birthday. So 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
What's new at 10?
Okay, you asked for it, G. So there is a real fracture inside MAGA right now, and it is getting ugly. In case you missed it, President Trump is now lashing out at some of his biggest media allies. He calls out Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens by name, among others. And on Truth Social, the president called them losers and stupid people and said they have low IQs. And, of course, this is all coming after they broke with him over the war with Iran. Tucker Carlson is now saying Trump's threats were vile on every level. He argued that the war is not America's fight. Candace Owens has gone even further, calling the president's actions utterly deranged, and at one point labeling him a genocidal lunatic. And then there's Megyn Kelly, who has been a very ardent Trump supporter, and she is blasting his rhetoric as completely irresponsible and disgusting. Now, this was the Easter message. These were the things. So they were very openly critical of him. And then Megyn Kelly also recently has been changing her tune because and she's also been taking issue with Fox and the coverage on Fox.
Fox News is insufferable right now. Insufferable. I was there for 14 years. I've already told my audience, if I were a Fox News anchor right now, I'd know exactly what to do. Cheerlead. That's it. It's all about rah, 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 go military. That's what's patriotic. Praise the president, support the troops, support the war, day in, day out. This morning, who do they put on? Mike Pompeo to kick off the day's coverage. Lindsey Graham all over Fox News over the weekend. That it's utterly unhelpful to go. Like today, obviously, I've come out and said how I honestly feel because I owe that to my audience. But today, we're going to have both sides on to help people actually make up their own minds. You will not find that over on Fox News. They've got one mission, and that's to support these military groups, the military itself, and President Trump. It's just folly.
So you're really seeing this, and the timing is also strange given that the midterm elections are, just around the corner, but you've got President Trump versus the very voices that helped build his MAGA movement going at each other.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk about this in a way, I want to make sure I watch my tone, because my tone on me talking about this is very important. Ursula, this is what I find very interesting, is Donald Trump hasn't changed. Donald Trump is exactly who he said he was. Donald Trump has been doing things for years. All of a sudden, it's not Donald Trump that's changing. It's the people that supported him that have changed. You see, it's not that people are upset. I find the coincidence of the timing and when you decided to be upset. Because you weren't upset about him being found liable for sexual abuse. You weren't upset when he was challenging the results of the 2020 election. You weren't upset with all of the rhetoric pointed towards the black communities. You weren't upset about the rhetoric pointed towards the brown communities, towards immigrants, towards gay folks, towards the trans folks. That didn't bother you. That was not a game changer for you. You even would, well, just wait and see. That's not what he means by that. And Ursula, the reason why sometimes I got to watch my tone is because, I'm going to tell you the truth, I get so hurt when people try to downplay, when we literally tell you, we come out and we say this, and people say, well, that's not how you're supposed to look at it. Well, but you don't see it until it affects you. And so to the Tucker Carlsons, the Megyn Kellys, Alex Jones, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, this is my opinion. I don't care that you're not supporting Donald Trump right now. You guys are awful people to me, because you were awful when you were okay when that rhetoric and the awfulness was towards other people, because you looked at it in parentheses like that's them. But now that you're impacted, now that there's something that impacts you, now you guys want to say the things about Donald Trump, the things that we were saying before. And then
Megyn Kelly talking out about Fox News and how they're only going to present one thing. And, I get it. She now has a podcast.
Right.
And she can now talk about it. But she was part of that machine that built this all up.
And when we're talking about Fox News, remember the settlement that Fox settled with Dominion? The $787 million settlement over the election claims? That same Fox News The same Fox News, she told you the playbook. If I were there, I would just be the cheerleader. So I'll tone it down, Ursula, is this. I ain't going to never forget. I've been taking screenshots of people that I know forever, because I know a lot of y'all going to try to pretend like where you were. You see, back in the day, you could hide your Klan outfit, and you could put the Klan stuff in a trunk. And usually sometimes the grandkids and great-grandkids, they discover that granddaddy was the Klan. The internet is forever. The truth never expires. I remember I got in trouble one time. I got in trouble for saying that in the future, they won't forget these times. I got in trouble for that. Why? Because I told the truth, and I still stand on it. The truth never expires, Ursula. And I just find it weird that these folks are turning on Donald Trump. Y'all got me sticking up for Donald Trump.
He did change, and one of the big changes is that he said that we were going to avoid endless wars, and then now is in the middle of a war with the current regime in Iran. So that's one of the things that they're saying, hey, and then also I would rather they call out when we need more people calling out when the president of the United States uses the kind of language that he used and what he said on Easter morning. I would rather, I think these are despicable people, but I would rather they call it out than continue to allow it unabated.
Can I defend Donald Trump for a second?
Of course.
Okay. You're right. They're basically saying they're turning now like, oh, my goodness, you said you wouldn't have new wars, right? But this is what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump said, if you don't vote for me and if you vote for Kamala, there will be new wars, prices will go up, and all of those things. And I did exactly what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump was right. I didn't vote for him, and this is where we are right now. And in the past, Donald Trump has always been able to lie. And so, in fairness to Donald Trump, he's looking at these folks like, you guys were okay with my lies before. Why is it different now? So what that I didn't tell the truth? So what that I went opposite? So what that I'm making money? Look at the money. Oh, that's the biggest story that nobody's talking about.
Well,
is the amount of
don't have the
money,
opportunity.
Is the amount of money that his family is enriching themselves with.
Well, I want to hear from people who identify with being part of the MAGA movement. As you are watching what is happening, this fracture, which side are you on? 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO, because it's almost like the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world or the Megyn Kellys of the world. Now that they're not beholden to, Marjorie Taylor's no longer sitting in Congress, so she is speaking freely. Megyn Kelly no longer has to get paid by Fox News. She's speaking freely. But I'm curious where you align. If you were all pro-MAGA, where do you align now? Are you with, is it I think they're trying to fracture it, or I think they're trying to delineate America first versus MAGA.
Okay. Ursula, I think maybe we know people that were or still are MAGA. What are some of the people, like if you're listening right now, like Ursula said, Ursula, some of the people you know, what are they saying now? Are they changing their tunes now? Or are they saying, no, I'm still riding with him? Do you know some of that?
Of my personal friends who did vote for him, they're not riding with what is going on. They have acknowledged that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Do I know of people who are still absolutely in support of what is going on also with what's going on in Iran and his language, et cetera? Yes, we see him on our text line on a daily basis. So I would love to know.
I would say, I want to say this. If you're somebody that's like, gee, I'm still rocking with Donald Trump. I actually, and I've said this to you and Sophia, I'm not really upset by that. I'll tell you the thing that makes me the most upset are the people that when they shut off microphones and they shut off social media and they talk bad about Donald Trump, he's an idiot, he's this, he's a joke, and then they'll turn around and use their platform to make people believe that they are him. So they don't care about that man, but they will use that man to enrich themselves. So for the people, there's a lot of people out here that are following other people based on what they say. And so sometimes I get it. It's like 3-card Monte. You got tricked. You got fooled. I get that. And so I empathize more with that. My anger and frustration are the people that use Donald Trump to enrich themselves, to make their platform bigger. That's awful.
Yeah, because when that's not how they really feel.
That's not how they really feel.
And I put Megyn Kelly there. That's exactly what she did.
Good point, Ursula.
And when now it's no longer convenient, now she's speaking out. And Tucker Carlson as well. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to mention one other thing that came out yesterday. It was after the show, but the First Lady made a public statement that apparently caught a lot of people by surprise, and it was regarding Jeffrey Epstein.
The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump.
So a lot of people are asking, like, why did this come out and why now? The president was asked if he knew about this statement that she was going to make.
Yeah.
And then, earlier reports were that he did not. So I'm curious what you're making of it. She did say, the one thing that I really, she did say that stood out too, that she wants the survivors to be given the space to testify.
Right.
In front of Congress under oath.
Can I miss something to you, Ursula?
Uh-huh.
Whenever I see Melania Trump speak, whenever I see her, you know how sometimes you connect somebody with their spouse. You might say, oh, that's so-and-so's wife. Oh, they're together. They're a couple. And y'all can call me naive, but there's a big part of me that feels like when Melania speaks, I actually listen to her. I actually feel like Melania actually has empathy for people.
Oh, I think she does.
Like deep down in my heart, I think she is in a situation where you know how powerful these people are? So I don't look at Melania Trump the same way I look at the rest of the Trump family. Call me naive, but so my point is, maybe I'm a sucker? I don't think, maybe she didn't do anything with Epstein. And the fact that she is calling on something for the victims to be able to talk, thank you.
Yes. Now, the survivors themselves are saying, you know what, we've done our work. It's time for Congress and it's time for the president and others who know more to do their work. And they're saying, why ask us to be the ones to testify when I believe it's Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
She's not being compelled right now, right?
Yeah.
I think that was, we're not even having time to even talk about that.
They compelled Hillary.
Yes. So, and there's this Virginia Democrat Suhas Subramaniam said this about the First Lady's comments.
She denies a close relationship, and that's fine. That's her prerogative. But instead of her trying to put the prerogative on the survivors to come forward and testify publicly, she should be the one testifying publicly.
But again, the timing is strange. The fact that, her office is saying, yes, everyone knew it was going to happen, but the president's saying, I was not aware that this was going to happen. Yeah. I mean, she definitely is someone who wants to be considered and separated from everything else that's going on. And I know she gets a lot of criticism. I will say I admire her for that.
Okay, so here's a question straight up for you. You weren't prepared for it.
No.
So as of yesterday, there's some stuff that came out where Jeffrey Epstein is talking to a reporter, and he tells a story about his relations with Melania Trump. I want to ask you, Ursula. Jeffrey Epstein says he did have relations with Melania Trump before Donald Trump. Do you believe Epstein or do you believe Melania Trump?
I don't. I would tend to believe her.
I know.
I mean, I'm sorry, but Jeffrey Epstein, this is just a despicable human.
I'm with you, because I just want to give a but. This Jeffrey Epstein was really surrounding himself with a lot of stuff to guard him.
Yes, but one thing that she did bring up in her statement, and I think it is true, is you have been in situations where you might have pictures with others who are horrible people, but you are in a situation where you are around other people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People in power.
Yeah.
I can see how that happens.
Yeah. Good stuff, Ursula. All right, what are we doing next, you said?
Jeez, G. How about the detoxing from social media?
Gee and Ursula.
The John Curley Show.
If by the 15th of October rolls around and suddenly there's a bolt of lightning and I croak out right there, I'm fine.
Weekdays 3 to 7.
My dream of growing a giant pumpkin is just a couple of months away. I know somebody who knows somebody who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows someone who got me the seed, the 1,500-pounder, baby. It's in a secret location. I don't want to say where it is.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube.
Dr. Mark Wagner has performed over 20,000 stem cell procedures, including mine, at Seattle Sports Regenerative Medicine. And we've interviewed over 100 of Dr. Wagner's patients, and we hear the same things. It changed my life. I'm back to doing the activities I love without pain. It really works. It's remarkable.
We love helping people get back to living life to the fullest and doing the things they enjoy most.
They also must really enjoy not having the pain and recovery time with surgery.
Stem cell therapy is a 60-minute non-surgical, minimally invasive procedure to eliminate pain, regenerate cartilage, treat tendon and ligament tears, osteoarthritis, and chronic tendinitis.
And you only use the patient's own stem cells.
That's right, their body's own stem cells.
So whether it's a hip like me, an elbow, shoulder, or knee.
Don't forget ankles, wrists, and thumbs.
Yep, those patients too. Before choosing surgery, see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD first. Learn more at drmarkwagnermd.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
April showers bring May flood. Oh, who am I kidding? We live in Western Washington. The only thing April showers bring are clogged and overflowing gutters, which can damage your home from your roof to your foundation. Hey, this is Jake Skorheim, and my friends at Valentine Roofing are ready to come to your rescue. Right now, you can bundle and save 10% off your entire job when you add new gutters to any new roofing project. Plus, Valentine also offers gutter guards to help keep leaves and needles out for good, giving you an additional layer of defense against clogged and overflowing gutters. Having Valentine out at my house and seeing their professionalism and attention to detail, it's no surprise Valentine Roofing was awarded the 2025 Gold for Best Roofing Company and Silver for Best Gutter Company by the Seattle Times Best in the Pacific Northwest Awards. You deserve the best too, so schedule your free roofing and gutter estimate today to bundle and save 10%. Just call 206-ROOFING. That's 206-ROOFING. And remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Gas prices keep climbing, but the cost to drive doesn't have to. At Subaru of Puyallup, fuel-efficient models help you go farther on every tank with the confidence of all-wheel drive. From the all-electric Solterra to the Forester Hybrid with up to 35 miles per gallon, your stress-free shopping experience starts at Subaru of Puyallup. For stress-free pricing, a huge selection, and all the current pricing and financing specials, visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, your stress-free dealership, part of the Harnish Auto family.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Best Mortgage is proud to be the longest-running mortgage company on KIRO Radio. For 34 years, they've been giving honest advice you can trust as your VA loan and reverse mortgage experts and debt consolidation specialists, too. Just web search Best Mortgage.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Parango and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185. Or advancedhair.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. Vice President J.D. Vance is on his way to Pakistan for the much-anticipated peace talks with Iran. But nothing is certain, as we hear from correspondent Elizabeth Palmer.
The last time there were really important and complex talks between the U.S. and Iran was back in 2014 when the nuclear treaty was being negotiated. That was a single issue, and although it was complex, it was confined. There had been years of diplomatic maneuvering. The actual hammer and tongs talks lasted 2 years. That tells you everything you need to know about the chances of hammering out a much more complex and multifaceted deal in 2 weeks. Very unlikely, and at the very least, we'll see an extension.
A rare sight in the last 6 weeks. Gas prices held relatively steady overnight, even in diesel, which is going for an average of $6.96 in Washington, according to AAA. It's a new record for our state average and among the highest in the nation. And according to Gas Buddy, 11 other states set all-time records for diesel yesterday. In Washington, it's about $5.40 for a gallon of regular. Prices are still high, though, and airlines are passing along those costs, instituting a new baggage surcharge.
First JetBlue, and now almost every airline has additional baggage surcharges in place because of global disruption and fuel price volatility. Travel expert Gary Leff with viewfromthewing.com says it's easier for airlines to add a fee rather than adjusting ticket prices.
This is a kind of blunt tool that does accomplish that across the board fee increase. It's very simple, easy to communicate.
The downside, Leff says those surcharges are likely here to stay, which means it's more important than ever to calculate the total cost when you fly. John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Speaking of travel, the FAA is recruiting video gamers to become air traffic controllers.
Peekaboo behind the counter. Oh, my God. The agency has released a video featuring people playing video games. The graphics say you've been training for this. It's not a game, it's a career, with an average salary of $155,000 after 3 years. The FAA is trying to fill thousands of vacancies. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says gamers have the skills it takes to be air traffic controllers. They focus on screens for hours, have good hand-eye coordination, and can make quick decisions in complex situations. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
We're going to check your traffic, and we are still mostly speed limit drive. We do still have some incidents that have popped up. I-5 northbound, there's a collision blocking one lane just south of the West Seattle Bridge. I-5 northbound, also there's a collision blocking the left lane right by 520, so that could start to throw some wrenches and things if more people get on the road. We're seeing a little bit of slowing through the Renton S curves up into Bellevue, but it's still just almost a speed limit drive. This report brought to you by KIRO News Radio. And we're going to stay dry today, but rain tomorrow with a high of 57. It's 50 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show.
Oh, look at Nick showing out.
Happy almost birthday to G.
Nick showing out because my auntie up in there.
I know.
Yeah, we got a group over here.
I got
right
a group
now.
all in there right now. I got the family in there.
Yes. You're going to have to introduce everybody, but you've got your daughter and your granddaughter and your auntie and your wife, of course. And cousins?
Cousins, yep.
Oh, my gosh.
So this is what I was thinking. In the 11 o'clock hour, you guys might want to take advantage of this moment. So send your questions in. Sophia is going to take them down. And this is an opportunity for my family to answer questions, right, about me. And then, like I said, my aunt is here. So there's nobody, not many people in the world have known me since the day I was born. So you have that opportunity. That's going to happen today. So, again, what we got today, Ursula?
Well, we're going to talk about phone detox because
Lord.
Sophia has this challenge for all of us. If you open up your phone's screen time, what does it say? Now, during the break...
Mine said, gee, you got a problem.
Yeah, during the break, I just realized I have a serious problem. And now I am actually using ChatGPT to try to prove that there is no way. I'm not even going to say the number because I don't think it's accurate. There is no way. So I am finding that your screen will say you're on even if you're not actively using it, if you have certain things open. So I'm going with that. But I've spent way too much time.
Sure.
On screens.
Yes.
And I think in our position, in our jobs, we do. But for the average American, it's around 4.5 to 5 hours a day, which, do the math. It adds up to around 2 months a year. Mm-hmm. And now researchers are seeing an increased need for people to step away from doom scrolling in order to erase... This is actually serious. Social media brain damage.
Right.
This is a quote. Social media brain damage.
Well... Thankfully, Sophia gave us context earlier this week when we talked about the reasons why people doom scroll. Because it's cheaper. It is cheaper to sit on your dang on phone at home and watch other people's lives than it is to go outside. When you go outside, it costs money, Ursula.
Yeah. I think my phone screen, now that the weather is changing, although it's supposed to rain again this weekend, but now that the weather's changing, I can already see it's just like, whoop. Because who's got time for that when it's got beautiful weather out?
Anybody got time for that?
The Washington Post looked at one of the largest studies to date on digital detoxes and basically found almost a decade of age-related cognitive decline going away. So for 14 days, people who took part in this study turned their phone into brick, and the only thing they could use was messages and calling. So imagine, could you do that for 2 weeks? How would that feel? By the end of the study, they were reported to have improvements in attention, better mental health, and they just said they felt so much better after turning it off. Again, 14 days, just saying, nope, I'm just going to use it for the bare minimum. And researchers have pointed out that for those who have depression and anxiety, it had a larger impact on their well-being than antidepressants. And it was similar to doing cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah. Well, Ursula, can you tell the people? Can you tell the people that that I don't turn on my computer? Can you tell the people that I don't have a laptop? So
your phone is everything to you.
Right. So my hours in a day, you know what I'm saying? I prepare for the show on my phone. Everything I do is on the phone.
I know.
So what's wrong with your addiction? What happened? Well, how did you get addicted?
At night, there are times when I fall asleep and a certain screen is, it's TikTok.
Have you ever had this phone fall on your face?
Yes. And how many times?
That's when you know it's time to go to bed.
And how many times does it fall on the ground like with a thud? Boom.
When you hear that thunk, man, you have to reevaluate your life choices.
Seriously.
In that moment.
Oh, no. Or I have to really reevaluate when Mark's like, why was I hearing this message over and over and over and over again all night long? He is such a saint. But we all do this? I mean, how would you fare with a digital detox?
I wouldn't fare well. I wouldn't fare well at all. It would be a struggle. How can I digitally I couldn't work. And you know what I mean? And even on the weekends, my work still revolves around the phone.
Yeah.
But
you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I looked at my weekly average, and my phone use Friday afternoon drops precipitously. I mean, it's like
same.
Weekend,
less usage on the weekends.
It's definitely a Monday through Friday thing.
Yeah.
But Sophie, what you thinking?
Oh, no, I'm just still internally laughing about our screen time. But I think it's the same thing where you have to be so active in choosing not to use your phone. It had me thinking of we had a Would You Rather a couple weeks ago, and we talked about whether or not you'd be okay with being on a beach vacation without Wi-Fi. And G said he wouldn't be able to do it. And it makes me wonder, in what circumstances could you be fully offline? Like, is there a world where you say, okay, I'm going to put the internet to the side for a week?
But even when I was on vacation in a foreign country,
not that side.
You still grabbed the phone.
You grabbed the phone.
Yeah.
Was still doing social media, not as much because I was on vacation and I wasn't having to get ready for work. But to be without a phone, it would be impossible.
Can we
anymore? Because even getting the Grab, the equivalent of Uber, you do that on your phone.
Yeah. Is it fair to say that we're just in a different time now? Everything we do, most of us, we just use our phones. We order groceries with phones. We order supplies with phones. We round up. I mean, the only person that doesn't use phones is Sophia when she doesn't text her daddy back.
Okay, hold on.
Well, I'd love it. Tell us, could you see yourself going a week, 2 weeks? Maybe you're doing it already. What's your secret? 888.
Why don't you try it, Ursula? Why don't you try to go?
I'll try it as soon as I'm not working.
Exactly.
I mean, but all of this proves that it is an addiction. Yes, it's
it
necessary, but we're all dependent. We're very dependent.
I agree.
On
Yes,
our phones.
and if you were to actually look and see the amount of times you actually pick up your phone and amount of time that you're not even conscious that you're doing it.
Yeah.
And you're just doing it for a couple of minutes at a time, I think it's eye-opening.
Yeah.
I think we should all kind of do an assessment.
Well, to be fair, it's more than just a phone. It's a TV, it's a radio, it's a newspaper, it's a book. It's all those things.
Boom. Okay, scenarios next. Gee Ursula.
Congratulations to KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger and digital content producer Patrick Janasek, nominated for a Northwest Emmy Award for investigative reporting.
It began with a question from the community. It seemed almost too stunning to be true.
KIRO News Radio is honored to be the only radio station nominated for the prestigious Emmy Award as part of our commitment to impactful storytelling across every platform, reaching into the communities we serve. On KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Oil isn't the only resource hit hard by global events. American farmers are sounding the alarm by fertilizer prices at planting season. Will this disrupt our food supply? Raising prices cause shortages? I'm not waiting to find out, and neither should you. Go to mypatriotsupply.com, get a 3-month emergency food supply. They'll include $200 worth of extra survival protein absolutely free. After serving more than 3 million American families since 2008, you can trust mypatriotsupply.com. Go to mypatriotsupply.com.
I just can't dig it.
Dig what?
My water line.
Needs replacing?
And I don't want digging in my yard.
And maybe your driveway.
Can't dig it.
Don't dig it.
But how do you?
Apollo Plumbing replaces water lines without digging up your yard.
You're Dan.
From the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Apollo Plumbing.
Our trenchless technology replaces water and sewer lines.
Without digging up my yard?
2 little holes is all it takes.
Sounds better.
Faster, too.
And my yard?
Like we were never there.
Sounds spendy.
Not so much.
Oh?
In the end, about the same as that messy digging you don't want.
How do you figure?
Think about that landscaping you love.
Yeah?
Trenchless means you won't be paying to replace it.
Or my driveway.
We run everything underground.
Trenchless?
Do them all the time.
How about...
Easy payments?
Yeah.
With approved credit. Sure thing.
When can you get started?
We are the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Love that.
Apollo Plumbing, trenchless waterline replacement.
Sewer lines, too.
Can you dig that?
That I can.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day for baseball.
At T-Mobile Park, you've always got the best seat in the house. Case in point, your ticket might be for the view level, but it's more like Skyline City. Up here, it's hard to say what'll take your breath away first. The gorgeous Seattle sunsets or the spectacular views of every incredible play. If you like value with a view, it's the perfect place to take quality time with the family to a whole new level. Literally.
A bases clearing, 3-run double. Everybody on their feet here at T-Mobile Park.
Mariners baseball. Trident's up.
The Mariners are back in town for a 4-game series against the division rival Astros. It all starts tonight with Ichiro replica statue night at 6:40, presented by BDA. The first 40,000 fans will take home a must-have collectible, with 20 lucky fans scoring one signed by Ichiro himself. Get your tickets at mariners.com.
Jazz Alley invites you to get down with 8-piece Seattle funk and soul favorites, True Loves, featuring special guest keyboardist singer Nigel Hall. Show runs April 8th through the 12th. Tickets at jazzalley.com. Next up, blues with the Highway 99 All-Stars.
You know, retirement is supposed to be a time of rest and relaxation. But every week I get calls from seniors who are stressed out because their cost of living keeps going up. They love their home and they want to stay in it, but they're struggling with rising property taxes, monthly bills, and monthly mortgage payments if they have one. Hi, I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage, a local family-owned company. I specialize in the reverse mortgage, which allows seniors to tap into your home equity for tax-free cash to pay off your mortgage, pay off debts, and maybe put some extra money in the bank. A reverse mortgage is a great option for some people, but it's not right for everyone. So give me a call and you'll talk directly to me in person or over the phone for honest advice you can trust. Search for Best Mortgage on the web or call us at 425-649-6000. You'll talk to me, not an AI robot. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
It is the Gee Ursula Show. Good morning, everybody. Appreciate all you all hanging out. Send those questions in because there's a lot of family out here.
Okay, and something monumental happened in the studio while we were away on break.
We were on break. I was still in the studio, and I guess Sophia goes out there, and my granddaughter took her first steps right here at KIRO Radio.
How special is that?
Man, that's exciting.
That is so cool.
It's like a little birthday present for you, huh?
Yeah. Come on now.
Yes.
Sophia, what was that little remark you made?
I was like, I don't know. She heard your voice on the radio and she said, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, that's not right.
That is not right.
Scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
I thought my girlfriend and I were ready to take the next step, but when I asked to marry her, she told me that she's not sure if I'm the one. To add to my confusion, she says she still wants to be with me. I'm trying to hold it together, though, but I can't shake the feeling of rejection, even though she reassured me that she loves me. I can't help but wonder if there's a future for us if she's uncertain about something as big as this after this much time. We've been together for a while. I asked to marry her. She says she's just not sure if I'm the one. So has this happened to you, and how can I deal with this? 888-973-5476 is the Muckle Street Casino Resort text line. Ursula, you up to bat first.
So you want to marry her. She's not sure you're it. There's more information that needs to be had here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does she think you're not it? Is she holding out for something better?
Right.
Is she thinking the grass is greener elsewhere? Or
Right.
is there something about you right now that bugs her or that indicates that you're not her partner for the long term, and vice versa, by the way.
Right.
But you're saying this is it for you, and she's not feeling the same way. Unless there's something that either of you can change, if marriage is what you want in the long term, you need to cut bait.
Sure. You know,
did I miss something at the very beginning, though? Did something happen?
No. I thought my girlfriend and I were ready to take the next step. So I asked to marry her, and she told me she's not sure if I'm the one.
Yeah.
Hold on, though. Did he say how long they've been together?
He did not. He did not. He did not.
Yeah. I would say right now, she's, as Barry says in the 253, she's just not that into you.
Yeah.
And sometimes people take a little longer to warm up and to realize the right person is there. But maybe you need to give space for her to realize that.
Sweeping statement. Women take longer to figure out if that's the one than men. They just do. We men, we
go into it blindly.
We figure it out in a day. We'd be like, oh yeah, that's the one. You know what I mean? Women, they had to figure. And by the way, there's some criteria for women's, security.
I think everybody has some kind of criteria. I do. And again, I think
men's criteria is lower.
Our
criteria is lower. It's like, oh man, what she look like? Oh, works for me.
Okay, are you all agreeing with that? With G 888-973-5476 888-973 KIRO, that it only boils down to someone's looks? I think you need to look at compatibility. I mean, I think if that's all you're looking for, that is one of the main reasons why we have a 50% divorce rate.
I'm not saying all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for men, look at a pie. Look at a pie. If you look at a pie, minimum half that pie, maybe 75% of that pie is on looks.
Yeah. Okay.
You always give
I
us.
don't know. I just hate sweeping statements. I really do. I do. And I would be so disappointed if they told me that's the number one thing that they look. And I know it for a fact it's not. Okay, but and I'm the mother of two boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that pie, where do you think compatibility ranks at for a man with the pie?
Huge. It should be big compatibility, but that covers a lot.
You think it's 50%?
At least. Oh my God! I know. We got Rachel and Kirkland says you're exactly right, G. You make it sound like all men are simpletons. I'm not willing to do it. Okay, but let's go back to the. I think there's not enough information in terms of what is it like. Has he had the conversation? Yeah. Why am I not the right person?
Right.
Have her spell it out.
Okay.
And then you'll know. Can you change any of these things, or you can't? Move on.
Okay. Good stuff. Sophia, you got about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I need more details. You know, how long have they been together? Like, why is she hesitant? Because, yes, women are a little bit more thoughtful, but I think you kind of know. It reminds me of that movie 500 Days of Summer, if you've ever seen that, where the woman in the movie, she's very hesitant the whole time, and the man's so for her. She's like, I'm never going to get married. And then he runs into her about 6 months later, and she's married, right? Sometimes you just aren't feeling it for whatever reason. And maybe she can't explain it, but that's how she feels.
All right, let's check in with the mature adult here.
Nick!
What?
Well, I'm thinking if you read the tea leaves and have a good feeling for what she's thinking, it's time to cut off the ties and find yourself a new lady in your life, especially if there wasn't a sure answer after you popped the question to her. So for the fella's own sake, use your time for a better purpose and go for the one who really feels more sure about it. But in dating, the heart wants what the heart wants, and sometimes you go for the one that's hard to chase. So I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to keep grasping onto that hope and won't stop trying to go for the one he's with now.
Holding on.
To each their own in this case, but this just seems like a lost cause for him. So, we'll see what he does at this point.
Let me give a shout out to Rick the Plumber, because Rick the Plumber makes a point that here's another thing that people won't admit. Rick the Plumber said, especially if the mama look good.
My God.
Let me tell you, Ursula, you don't think Long Live Mark took one look at your mama and was like, whoa?
My mom was very beautiful.
We were just talking about the osmosis of a relationship yesterday.
Come on now.
Okay, I got Rochelle in the 206. I think when men are younger, yes, it's more about how hot she is. But later in life, a lot more deal breakers come into play.
Ursula, you see that text line.
I'm looking. I know.
You see your boy Ernie, he texts you.
Ernie and Ken says, we are simpletons. Ursula, believe it. Oh, my word.
And if the mama look good, too, we all in.
Oh, my God. This is depressing. Max in the 425. She's not wrong.
I guess that's where the line, I know where your looks come from now. That's where that comes from.
Come on now.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Look, I got an entire family that's out here. I might just bring them in 11 o'clock hour. We'll start off with some news first, and then we'll kind of get into some agree to disagree. But yeah, I got a lot of family in there, so I apologize for this 11 o'clock hour. It's gonna be a straight party, y'all.
No, it is a tease. We are going to have the best 11 o'clock hour ever because G's family's here.
Family's here. All right, do that next. Gee Ursula.
Said I'm holding on. It's very hard to get with love strong. And that's love.
Gas prices keep climbing, but the cost to drive doesn't have to. At Subaru of Puyallup, fuel-efficient models help you go farther on every tank with the confidence of all-wheel drive. From the all-electric Solterra to the Forester Hybrid with up to 35 miles per gallon, your stress-free shopping experience starts at Subaru of Puyallup. For stress-free pricing, a huge selection, and all the current pricing and financing specials, visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, your stress-free dealership, part of the Harnish Auto family.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File today the easy way in the Credit Karma app.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-265-7681. 800-265-7681. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-265-7681.
Nick, you know what my dad always used to say?
Oh, which thing? Let me guess. If you put anything on a hot dog besides mustard, it's un-American?
Okay, that's true. Okay, but no, about the word worry. Remember he used to say about the word worry?
Yes, that it's not a verb, but it actually is.
I know it's a verb, but Nick, his point was nothing comes from worrying. You can sit here and worry about all the news and all about the chaos in the world. You worry about your health, but nothing comes of it. You have to take action.
Right.
Like, for instance, you and I, we go into Longevity Medical Clinic. That's an action. It's about taking that action. Like, people can go to Longevity Medical Clinic to get the free health analysis, and then they can find out how they're aging and the things they can do in order to slow down the process to have a big, full, rich life so you can enjoy a hot dog with whatever you want on it.
And now worry is a verb.
See, there you go. So it all starts for you taking action. I was a patient at Longevity long before I started doing these commercials. So get your free health analysis. Go to lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Vice President J.D. Vance heads to Pakistan to join senior envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for peace talks with Iran starting tomorrow as a shaky ceasefire agreement holds. CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb in Islamabad with more.
Iran has demands, including its ability to control the Strait of Hormuz, ending the war permanently, getting some sort of reparations for the violence that has been inflicted on their country, and indeed their nuclear program as well.
President Trump has warned Iran to comply with the ceasefire terms or face large-scale U.S. attacks. Lebanon says the death toll from Israeli strikes on Wednesday rises to 357. Consumer prices spiked to 3.3% in March. That's the biggest jump in inflation in 4 years. CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
Three numbers that stood out to me. Gas increased 21.2% on a monthly basis. The second number, fuel oil, went up over 30% on the month. Here's the good news. Food was flat.
A real nail-biter is on tap as the Artemis 2 crew is in for an intense splashdown tonight off of San Diego. NASA says it has confidence in Orion's heat shield after cracks showed during the Artemis 1 mission. CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood says once they splash down,
the astronauts are going to be picked up by helicopters out in the ocean and ferried over to what's called an amphibious dock ship. It's a Navy ship. They're going to get medical checks. They'll probably make satellite phone calls home to their families. Then they're going to ride by helicopter to shore. And from there, get on a jet and fly back to the Johnson Space Center.
The FAA is recruiting video gamers to become air traffic controllers. More from CBS's Michael Wallace.
I'm thinking about it in the context
The agency has released a video featuring people playing video games. The graphics say you've been training for this. It's not a game, it's a career, with an average salary of $155,000 after 3 years. The FAA is trying to fill thousands of vacancies. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says gamers have the skills it takes to be air traffic controllers. They focus on screens for hours, have good hand-eye coordination, and can make quick decisions in complex situations.
At the National Action Network conference in New York, former Vice President Kamala Harris is asked about the Reverend Al Sharpton if she plans to run for president in 2028.
I'm thinking about it in the context of then, is who and where and how can the best job be done for the American people? That's how I'm thinking about it. I'll keep you posted.
An African AIDS charity co-founded by Prince Harry in honor of his mother, Princess Diana, is suing him for defamation. UK media reports say it follows a bitter internal dispute. Stocks are mixed on Wall Street. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Police in Federal Way are trying to find a group of kids that beat up a woman at a park. We're going to explain all of that in just a moment. But first, KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. And we've had a couple of collisions crop up in the last hour that have kind of thrown a wrench into our commute into Seattle on I-5. But volumes are still low. So there's one collision just south of the West Seattle Bridge. There's some pretty dense backup in the mile behind it, and then there was a crash around 520 that has since cleared, but there's still some pretty significant slowing. So Federal Way to Seattle is now 28 minutes. Linwood to Seattle, 19 minutes. It looks like there's also a collision slowing things down on 405 northbound, just about a mile south of the I-90 interchange, but that's still only going to cost you about 5 minutes. This report brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. A group of kids turned on a woman who tried to break up a fight at Steel Lake Park in Federal Way Monday. As we hear from KIRO 7 TV's Jake Chapman, it was all caught on video.
Some parents we spoke with say the park isn't as safe as it used to be.
But you do have to be very cautious.
While Federal Way police continue to find out who everyone in the video is. Many hope these kids are held accountable.
Honestly, if that was my kid in that video and it came around to me, there would be serious consequences.
Police say they are working with the Federal Way School District in order to help identify any of these kids.
2 men are behind bars accused of 2 separate incidents that led to 3 deaths in Kent Tuesday night. In one, 2 men were shot at a party near Kent Ridge High School. In the other, a man was stabbed to death on the sidewalk on a busy street. Crews have been working around the clock to clear a landslide that shut down northbound I-5 last month near Bellingham. Now they say they're going to be ready to reopen the road next week. Crews not only had to remove boulders and trees, they had to drill into the rock to stabilize it to prevent even more slides. In Issaquah, the historic Pickering Barn got an upgrade this week.
1, 2, 3!
Yep, solar panels. The barn was part of a farm, but is now an event space. The solar panel system is expected to generate 4 times the annual electricity needed to power a standard home. A grant from Puget Sound Energy partially paid for the project. Now let's look at your forecast. High clouds today with a high of 48. We're still chilly at night with highs in the upper to mid 40s. Rain likely tomorrow. 52 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
It is a Gee and Ursula Show. I'm going to apologize in advance.
No.
Because they here.
No need to apologize. You know what? This is your last 11 o'clock hour.
In my 40s.
In your 40s. Exactly.
You can't say 40s?
40s.
I think that's something else, Jay.
Yeah, I know.
40s, 100, none of those things.
No.
Yeah.
But the other part of it is people are sending in their questions, and everyone wants to hear the dirt about you.
I know.
They want to know, like, what And you didn't prime anybody. You didn't prep anybody as to what they can and can't say. Okay, cannot say.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really fun. You're going to want to stick around.
Yes.
Because we're going to have a party.
Yeah.
We're going to have an early birthday party
There
for
we go.
G. Text us, 888-973-5476, 888-973, KIRO.
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
Hey, if you are planning to fly Alaska Airlines anytime soon, it's going to cost you more to bring your luggage. And we're talking about they're going to be raising checked bag fees on North American flights, and it starts for tickets booked April 10th and beyond, so starting today. Your first checked bag jumps to $45. Your second one goes to $55, and then that third bag would run $200. Now, the airline says this is because of rising fuel costs tied in part to the war in Iran, but of course they're not alone. Delta, United, JetBlue, even Southwest, they're all bumping fees this week as well. And there are some exceptions, though. Frequent flyers and certain credit card holders can still check their bags for free, so that's going to continue to be a perk, but for everyone else, it's going to cost you more.
You know, I was thinking about this topic this morning, and I was thinking about the plane. And I was thinking about, if you look at a plane, Ursula, and you get on there and you stand on the plane and you think about these bag fees and you would say, okay, who's more impacted by these fees? The people in the front of the plane or the people in the back of the plane? And the reason why I'm saying it that way,
it's affecting people like me.
Because usually the people in the front of the plane, those are usually rewards members, rewards partners of that airlines. So when you're that, your bags fly free. But the folks towards the back of the plane, these are the folks that maybe travel one time a year. They get one time to travel with their family. And when they're doing that, boom, they are the most impacted. They are the one. So apply this to everything else that's going on in this country, Ursula.
It's just as expensive to do anything, but it's going to be even that much more expensive if you're already shorter on funds. And yes, for sure. Now, question for you, though, because the last 2 trips, I have tried to do no check-in baggage.
Yeah,
even on longer trips.
My cousin out there did that. My cousin Christy. Yeah, I'm going to bust her out. So as soon as she gets on there, my cousin Christy was like, oh, I'm going to try to get out there just with a carry-on bag.
Yes.
And then she got the nerve to be stressed about it. Well, you know why you stressed? You're stressed because you're trying to fit 4 days of clothes in one bag.
4 days is doable,
How
though.
many did you do?
So I ended up buying a bag. So I did one bag going to Portugal. So that was almost 2 weeks, right? Portugal and Spain.
Yeah.
I did one carry-on. I was able to get it all in one carry-on because every other member of our traveling
How many
group,
pair of
that one we figured we were going to do. I brought 7 there. So it was going to be laundry. We knew we were going to have a place with laundry.
You only brought 7 pair of drawers?
Yes. I did 14. I doubled it for the Philippines. So I wasn't so sure. But the underwear takes the least amount of space. True.
I will say, G, you love an outfit change, but it's very doable to travel with just the carry-on. I have done a month with just the carry-on. With
There
a
you
washing
go.
machine, with a washing machine.
See, G's trying to think of what
I see
shoes
you
would
said.
go with his fits.
No. Okay, I'm full transparency here. My biggest problem when I travel is, so when let's say you put in your outfits, you're like, okay, I'm going to be gone for 3 days.
Yes.
I'm going on this day, I'm going to wear this, and wear that. Well, you get to Seattle or wherever you're going, and there's a weather change, or your mood changes, or you decide, oh, we're not going here, we're going to go there. So sometimes the whole idea of what you were going to wear changes.
Now, the savvy traveler has contingency plans, and they're still able to bring that lighter jacket and somehow still make things look. So I had a couple
Layers
folks.
matter.
Yeah, the layers matter. And then there are people who still look so stylish. I'm talking about you, Di and Cindy, who went on this trip, and Laura.
Yeah.
Well, although Laura and I ended up on the way back, we had second luggage. we bought luggage. Like, nope, we need to add because we purchased a few things over there. But there's some people who know just how to put it all together and still look great. And it's the same 3 things that they're just changing up.
I have to give a shout out to my mom because she is that person, and she has not traveled with a checked bag in years, like maybe in a decade. It's always she has one of those luggages that pop up that like you open it and then your whole wardrobe pops up, and she will have layers and she'll have everything. She has a little sweater, a little jacket. She's such a little style icon, and I'm like, well, how did you fit all of that in a tiny bag?
Yes.
Granted, her and I are a little bit at an advantage because our clothes are like a little
Tiny.
more compact than some other people.
I wasn't going to say that. But.
Yeah, I know. But the other thing that's come into play is the whole packing cube thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So talk about that, Urs. What's the packing cube?
I've only just started doing it in the last. So you can buy these plastic, generally, cubes, and you put your clothes in it, and then it basically you suck out all the air, and it gets compact. It actually makes it really, really easy to use your luggage, and not how it used to be that you would have to sit on your luggage and try to zip it, and then each time you're with the travel cubes, which are very inexpensive. I mean, I got mine at TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
And you're able to pack a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And your luggage stays a lot more organized, and you have more items.
Okay. I would say
I can't imagine you doing that.
No.
You'd be squishing your clothes.
But I would say in the summertime, right? Travel is lighter.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I just wear some, pack some drawers, some socks, some shorts, some T-shirts, and then rest of shoes, and my carry-on is filled with shoes.
That's it. The shoes are the heaviest.
Right.
And that's where you have to give up if you're trying to do it. Like Justin in Tacoma says he traveled to Japan for 2 weeks with a small carry-on and a backpack. That's perfect.
You know what? I got to tell you, I think that if I get ready to go overseas, like Japan or something like that, I might just do a carry-on because I don't want that stress. No, seriously, I don't want that stress of having this plan and then something happens to my bag.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm in another.
That's the worst. Have you ever had?
No.
That actually happened to me.
It did?
Uh-huh. I had to have a bag sent to where I was on our way back from Portugal. Jeez. Yeah, because it didn't make the plane. So it was 2 days late. But, they drop it off. They deliver it to your house, which is cool, but still.
Sandy in Kirkland says, Gee, I've done an 8-day trip to Paris with just a carry-on.
That's very doable.
See, that's impressive. I know, G.
That's very You got to power down the shoes. Also, let's face it, if you went international, G, you'd want to shop. So just bring the carry-on and then buy a suitcase while you're there.
Exactly.
And if you go to Japan, you're going to be buying new clothes.
Nick, what you think, bruh?
I think you would need that extra carry-on bag just because you would need 2 outfits for the day because one that you had planned and then the one that maybe you would have changed up.
2 fits for the day. No, and wait a minute. Hold on. And especially if you go somewhere hot, that means you got to take 2 showers. You can't go the whole day. You got half a day. You need to splash some water on your body. And in the next half of the day, how in the world you wake up early in the morning, you get out and about at 9 a.m., it is 90-something degrees where you're at, and you mean to tell me you still out and about at 8 p.m. and you still ain't took another shower? Ain't no way.
Well, you could take the showers. We're just talking about what you pack in your bag. However, the other thing that has happened each and every time, which is why I admire people like Justin in Tacoma and others who can do it with just a couple of outfits and mix and match. I'm inevitably bringing home clothes I never touched while on vacation. It's like, oh my God, I lugged this around, brought this to different places, and I never even used it.
Yeah,
so
that happens.
Guilty of overpacking. Hey, did you hear about this blunder made? Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Who is the host of The Price is Right. He's also a minority owner of the Seattle Sounders. And apparently in a promotional video highlighting Seattle for the upcoming World Cup, he kind of made a little blunder.
The mix of people and nationalities and countries where people come from, the food, everything is really international here. There's a famous place called Pike's Market, really famous. And you can get fresh fish caught that morning.
Pike's Market.
Tell me you're not from here without telling me you're not from here.
Pike's Market?
I know.
Ugh.
That's in the official FIFA World Cup promotion video for Seattle.
Oops.
Pike's Market? Drew, you need to do a press conference and apologize.
No, please.
You need to go apologize. Matter of fact, I'm about to take my family down to Pike's Market.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, gonna go down there.
Pike's Place Market. You know how people will say also Nordstrom's?
Yeah, I think I've been guilty of that.
People love to add an S, like Friday.
I know.
I've been guilty of that. I've been guilty of that.
Okay, well, we have a little bit of time. We're going to do Agree to Disagree a little early. Brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
Yeah, since we're going to be having a little birthday party in the next segment, I have a fun edition of Agree to Disagree for you, G.
Okay.
It's all birthday themed. So
Okay.
I have a few rapid fire birthday related Agree to Disagrees.
Oh, let's go.
And y'all are going to weigh in.
Okay.
First one. Is there a right way to sing happy birthday, and do you judge based on the version you get?
Yes, Nick knocked it out of the park today, and he gave me that
Little Stevie version?
He gave me the Stevie version. That's the best. It's the best happy birthday ever. And by the way, look it up. Why did Stevie sing that song, and who did he sing it for? He sang that for Dr. King and there being a Dr. Martin Luther King holiday and all that stuff. So yeah, best
Okay, I
version.
love the Stevie Wonder version,
Yeah.
first of all.
Which other version you like?
What we're talking about is when people sing, and inevitably it's always sung like a death march, and I think it's wrong.
What do
It's
you mean
always
by
like,
death march?
Happy birthday to you.
I mean, how about happy birthday to you? Happy birthday to you.
How do you feel about a little cha-cha-cha?
First of all, wait a minute. Time
What are we at Red Robin right now?
Not all of us have Ursula in the family that's going to be able to dice it up like that.
Pick it up a little bit. It's not meant to be depressing.
You know what? Ursula has a PSA from here on out. No more happy birthday to you. That's not happening on Sunday.
No, I hear you. All right.
Nikki says, just curious if G is going to show up to work on Monday.
That's no.
Let them know now.
We already know in advance.
Nikki, no. Go ahead.
All right. This is another one fun for you. No matter what you're doing, no matter what the celebration is, you should always dress up for someone's birthday. It's a sign of respect.
Ooh, I got to be better about that.
Ooh.
I got to be better about that.
I think it just depends on the
Where it's
occasion,
at,
where
yeah.
it's at. I mean, if they're going to have it at Chuck E. Cheese, I'm going to dress like Chuck E. Cheese. G, what is G's dress code? I already know. I got to have a fit.
The invitation says, put that stuff on.
Yeah, there you
It
go.
literally says that on the invitation. Put that stuff on.
That's paraphrasing too.
Yeah.
That's the clean version.
Yeah.
No, but in that same vein, people have a lot of traditions around their own traditions for themselves in the marking of the year. So you should always buy a new outfit for your birthday. Agree to disagree.
Oh, gosh, yes. Oh, yes. You should definitely buy a new fit for your birthday, Ursula.
I'll dress up, but I don't buy new things for my birthday. Although this last one I did. But
it's a big birthday.
Yeah, it was a big birthday, and I knew there's going to be a lot of pictures. Yeah.
You did dress up.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that same vein, after a certain age, birthdays aren't a big deal anymore.
Oh, disagree with
Disagree.
that. Disagree with that. Go ahead, Ursula.
Well, a couple things. One, I embrace every darn year, and I have never been one. I'm sure that people are surprised that I will openly say, I'm 60. I actually say it like it's a badge of honor because I'm happy to be at this place. And I don't know if you agree with that, G, but I think every year that you have the privilege of being on this earth for another year is reason for celebration.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I think that this year, this birthday is the most appreciative of a birthday that I've ever had in my life. Because you really get to realize, like, yo, not everybody, making it to 50 is an accomplishment. But all right.
Yeah, no, I think you both really have shown celebrating birthdays go on forever.
All right. Well, how about this?
Yeah.
Let's get out of this segment early so we can come back. And then that way we can start the party. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
But we should encourage people to send in more questions because I'm still compiling.
Yeah, some
all of
came
your
on the
questions.
Facebook page too, so you gotta look for that. So anyway, my family's coming in. It's your time to ask. Don't worry, I'll introduce and tell you who all's in here. We'll do all that next. Gee and Ursula.
This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes. Congratulations to KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger and digital content producer Patrick Janasek, nominated for a Northwest Emmy Award for investigative reporting.
It began with a question from the community. It seemed almost too stunning to be true.
KIRO News Radio is honored to be the only radio station nominated for the prestigious Emmy Award as part of our commitment to impactful storytelling across every platform, reaching into the communities we serve on KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
If you're thinking about a new car, do what I've done and start at Carter Subaru, Seattle's only Subaru dealership. You know why I keep going back? It's not just because of the great cars. It is how they treat people at Carter Subaru. They treat them like family. You're not dealing with pressure, games. You're just going to have real conversations, and you're going to get real value for your hard-earned money. And Carter Subaru is not just in the community. They invest in it. And I have to tell you, that does matter to me. So let's talk selection, because Carter Subaru also has more than 700 vehicles in stock right now. That is the largest selection in our state, and the deals are really strong. For example, the 2026 Crosstrek starting at just 1.9% APR for 36 months, or the 2026 Outback at 3.9% APR. So yeah, there is a reason that you see all those Carter Subaru license plate frames all over Western Washington, including mine. Once you go there, you are going to stick with them. Carter Subaru in Ballard, Shoreline, or online at cartersubaru.com.
On approved credit, subject to vehicle insurance and availability. A documentary service fee may be added to the sale price or capitalized cost. See dealer for details. Valid through 4/30/26.
This is Lynn. She's always been active, maybe a little too active back in the day.
When I was 19 years old and immortal, I stripped out all my ligament and I had to have 6 knee surgeries, and that's on my right knee. And then my left knee finally gave out and had a torn meniscus.
Years of pain followed until she saw Dr. Mark Wagner at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm 4 months out and I have no pain in my knees, and I have had knee pain my whole life. I have no concept of what it was like without pain. It's a miracle. I'm totally thrilled.
No pain, no limits.
Dr. Wagner gave me the green light to ski again this year. I'm like, that's incredible. So I'm just so excited.
After years of surgeries and setbacks, Lynn finally got her freedom back.
I think he saved my legs, so saved my knees, and gave me at least another 10, 15 years to do what I want to do.
If joint pain is holding you back, find out what stem cell therapy could do for you with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait, and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When it comes to financial planning, women often face different realities. For some, years were spent caregiving or raising children. Others were growing careers. Yet so often, investments and tax decisions were set aside or handled by someone else. And statistically, women live longer. Over the next 20 years, trillions will transfer to women only after the loss of a spouse. And suddenly, they're expected to make these complex decisions alone. That's why I created Growing Her Wealth. I'm Danielle Meister, a wealth advisor at Madrona Financial and CPAs. This initiative was built to empower women and integrate investments, tax strategy, and estate planning all under one roof. This is for men as well, husbands and wives, to ensure a coordinated long-term plan. It's about elevating family stewardship. If you or someone you love wants thoughtful guidance in a professional, supportive environment, join me at an upcoming seminar or webinar. Visit growingherwealth.com to reserve your seat today. Growing Her Wealth, financial confidence on your terms.
Madrona Financial Services is an SEC registered investment advisor.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco bill, and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Jazz Alley invites you to get down with 8-piece Seattle funk and soul favorites, True Loves, featuring special guest keyboardist singer Nigel Hall. Show runs April 8th through the 12th. Tickets at jazzalley.com. Next up, blues with the Highway 99 All-Stars.
I'm waiting for mortgage rates to come down. You know, I hear that every week, and even though rates are a little higher than I'd like, VA loan rates have come down low enough that some people are saving hundreds of dollars per month simply by consolidating their bills into one VA cash-out refinance. Hi, I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage, a local family-owned company, the VA loan experts for 34 years. We love helping our veterans save money. One of our VA clients saved more than $1,200 per month. We can also help you buy a home with no money down. The VA loan program is a fantastic deal that you have earned. Give us a call and we'll discuss your VA loan options with honest advice you can trust. And we do conventional loans too. Search the web for Best Mortgage or call 425-649-6000. You'll talk to a real person, never an AI robot. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Hartley Wilcox here. For over 100 years, my family has been committed to doing what's right. We believe food should be honest and wholesome. At Wilcox Farms, that starts with caring for our hens. They roam healthy pastures and enjoy a diet of organic grains and flaxseed. Why does that matter? Because what hens eat determines the quality of the eggs you eat. Our nature-first approach means vibrant golden yolks, richer flavor, and higher omega-3s for your family's health. When you choose Wilcox, you're not just buying eggs. You're supporting a farm that values animal welfare, sustainability, and community. It's real nutrition, real care, and real value. So next time you're at the egg case, look for Wilcox Family Farms eggs. Taste the difference that starts with what our hens eat. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File today the easy way in the Credit Karma app.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. The world is waiting on peace talks set for tomorrow between the U.S. and Iran in Pakistan. CBS's Nancy Cordes has more.
Vice President Vance is making the 15-hour flight to Islamabad, Pakistan today to hold talks with the Iranians tomorrow. He is the highest-level U.S. official to make direct diplomatic contact with Iran since President Jimmy Carter visited the Shah in Tehran in 1978.
Meanwhile, Israel has continued to bomb Lebanon. Hundreds of people have died this week. Experts worry that conflict could upend any peace deal. A possible hint about plans in 2028 from former Vice President Kamala Harris.
I'm thinking about it in the context of then, is who and where and how can the best job be done for the American people? That's how I'm thinking about it. I'll keep you posted.
At the National Action Network conference, Reverend Al Sharpton asked her about running. The Artemis 2 mission crew is heading back to Earth today, reaching speeds of 24,000 miles an hour as it moves into Earth's upper atmosphere. CBS space consultant Bill Harwood tells us what happens when they land.
Once it drops out of that zone, they rely on 11 parachutes to get them down from 24,000 miles an hour to just 15 miles an hour when they splash down.
You can watch their return on NASA's online broadcast or at a watch party at Seattle's Museum of Flight. Airlines are passing along the cost of rising fuel prices, instituting a new baggage surcharge. Alaska Airlines says that means your first bag is going to cost you $5 more, your second bag $10 more. Gary Leff with viewfromthewing.com says the pricing structure varies by airline.
You want to think about your airfare and your fees together as one, and you want to think about it that way when you're booking the ticket. What is this trip going to cost me?
He says these new charges are here to stay, noting that the airlines are unlikely to roll them back once fuel prices stabilize. Now we're going to check your drive, KIRO News Radio real-time traffic, and we started to have some issues. Renton to Bellevue is now 36 minutes. We had 2 collisions at one point. One cleared, but there's one sticking around. 405 just south of 112th Avenue Southeast. There's a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane, and there's also one right before, about a mile before I-90, and that's causing some serious slowing behind it. I-5 into Seattle from Federal Way to Seattle is 32 minutes, so it's still manageable, but there were 2 collisions that slowed traffic down. Linwood to Seattle still 18 minutes, and Linwood to Bellevue on 405 is 17 minutes. This report brought to you by Seattle Sports. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. The last beautiful day before a streak of potential rain. It's 68 degrees today. And again, rain likely tomorrow, 57 degrees. 52 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
It is 11:33 on the Gee and Ursula Show. It is a Flex Fridays, and it's also the day before Gee's big 50 birthday, and we have a full house, Gee.
Full house. They in here. Let's see. Going around the horn, you got G Jr. next to you. You got G, and then we got my cousin Christy, and then we got my aunt Jean, and we got my wife Lillian, and my daughter Ashlyn, and of course my granddaughter Gianna, who just took her first steps.
Oh, I know. She picked KIRO News Radio, the studio,
to get it
to
done.
do it, and she's clapping now. Okay, if you never watch us on YouTube, now is the time to watch, because, I mean, you have such a beautiful family, first of all. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and your beautiful granddaughter is waving at everybody.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's clapping, too. So, all right, we got some questions.
Yeah,
we got my family that's going to be here.
Okay,
you lead this, Ursula.
Okay, well, so first of all, we're going to start with some of the questions include, what dirt can you give us about your dad, G Jr.?
Oh, man. I don't even know where I would start. I got a quick one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've talked about this one before. I finished I was going to say 2 at the same time. Here's this one. One time I played in a middle school AAU basketball game. 7th grade. It got to the 3rd quarter in the game, and I got to a certain point in the game where I didn't score any points yet. I was at 0 points. Next thing you know, I see my dad walking out of the gym. He goes, waiting in the car for me. I get in that car. This might be bad. I get in that car. He said, never in my life have I not scored no points in a game. I might have started off heavy. That was a big one.
Wait. In fairness, and I'm glad he's telling that story, because when you all hear me talk about youth sports, I tell you guys how awful I was in that, and how the importance and the shift of youth sports needs to be better. So that's a true story.
Yeah. But with that being said, some of those lessons, some of those talks I got in the car were the calluses I needed to be the man I am today. So I wouldn't change a thing.
This is true. Good save there. Okay, question for Auntie, because we want to know what G was like when he was a kid. What are some words that you would use to describe G before he was a teenager?
Inquisitive. He had a lot of why and a lot of why. He was very inquisitive.
Well, my kids have that same thing too, yeah. So I'll agree with that, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Okay, so Ash and beautiful granddaughter. So tell us, as G is turning 50, if you could describe what G's last couple decades have been. I mean, let's start from the 20s. 20, 30, 40, and now as he's heading to 50.
I will say,
with the grandchild, it's so strange watching your parent be a grandparent because they are night and day opposite. But I think a lot of it has to do with age, getting older, getting wiser, lived experience. But also I think there's, as a parent myself, there's a heavy responsibility in raising the kids. So, you have to be more disciplined and more strict. And then when you're the grandparent and you can just kind of see them for a little bit, you can spoil them and send them on their way. But that's been, a nice change for me to watch over the years, is seeing him become a grandparent and kind of cutting loose a little bit more.
I love that.
I definitely feel better as a grandparent than a parent. You know what I mean? Like, I believe it's easier. And like she said, it's definitely less stress. All right.
Okay. This is a question for Lillian.
My wife is here. Trouble.
So Gee was talking about his decade, this past decade. So his life in his 40s, for both of you, it was about the hustle. And for 50, he says he wants to slow down a little bit and enjoy some of the hustle of the past decade. So you as his partner, and he always gives you so much credit for the success that he has been having. He does, on and off the air. What are you hoping and what are you wishing for Gee as he heads into this next decade?
Well, first, I'm going to say I don't believe that. Because Gee is go, go, go. And like his Aunt Jean said, it started from he was a little kid. And I think that's just ingrained in, it's part of his personality. And I don't think that'll go away. But I do hope that he does take time for himself so that when we go on vacation, we really go on vacation. I mean, even our family trip, we have it down on an agenda here with all our family here, and this is just how Gee lives his life. So I'd like to see him just one day, just put the phone down, take a few hours just for himself, and just step away. I think he needs that.
I always say that for my birthdays, one of my favorite things is just getting the cards or getting the sweet messages from family, and especially from my kids. So I want to ask you, Gee Jr., if you could, I only put you on the spot because I know you can handle it. What would you write in your card for your dad? Or what message do you want to share with our listeners right now listening as he gets ready for his 50th birthday?
Yeah. I would say, well, I don't know. I don't want to make this a super mushy sentimental.
Go ahead.
I ain't going to make this a super sentimental mush. That's where it almost just went.
It's okay. Go ahead.
But I would say, the older I've gotten, I think one thing I've really grown to appreciate, and the older I get, the more I realize it's not the case for everybody, is to have a present, active father. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the case for everybody. And so one thing that I would just say thank you for is always being present. Thank you for being there. And I know, at any given point, you would have given an arm for the betterment of myself. And so it would just ultimately be, thank you for your presence. And I think the older you get, the more that kind of, the things you are appreciative of, the older you get, they start to change. And I think in this season of my life, that's something I've grown to be more thankful for, is just the presence of having a father.
That was pretty good.
That is beautiful.
All right.
Okay,
Now,
Gee, I want you to take the reins.
Well, I got to tell you something. So because I need for my cousin to speak. So here's the secret, Ursula. There's a lot of family members that'll reach out to me and text me, and I don't respond back. I only got about one family member that if they text me, I will respond back. And that's the cousin that you see right there. So a lot of folks, they text me, I ain't see it. But by the way, y'all know I have my phone and I always see texts. So this is my cousin Christy, who has obviously known me since she was born herself. And Christy, you got some things to say about your big cuz?
Oh, a lot. Well, I just remember just thinking about Mama Scott and our grandmother. Big cousin coming in and laying out the red carpet for my cousin Galen. And I was like, what's going on? Who's coming over? Nope, she ain't said nothing. Then he come in, got his plate all set up. We get a few pancakes. He got about 10 stacked up. I mean, she lays it out. So from day one, just seeing my cousin come back home from military school and just being a hard worker and just seeing him just evolve, I'm just so happy for him and proud of you. and just always being there despite your busy schedule. Tell him, oh, cuz I wake up at 3 a.m. I'm like, 3 a.m.? You know, and he's just, you know, he pushes me to be a better person and just work harder. Because sometimes you feel like, oh, yeah, I'm just working hard. And it's like, not exactly. Like when you start your day at 3 a.m. and just working out, I'm trying to work out now. I'm like, dang, cuz, you looking good. He's like, oh, I've been hitting the gym. I'm like, okay, working on my diet and stuff like that. But however, he's been always been a great big cousin to me and always been available, and I appreciate that. And I'm just happy to come to Seattle for the first time to celebrate him and this milestone. So.
Well, it means the world to have my family here as I get ready to celebrate this weekend. No doubt, you know, my wife, definitely, who, you know, the number one rock and support, who tolerates all the working hard that I do. Probably going to have a conversation here with my son probably this weekend because that's why she said something about the 50s. She said something about like, oh, you know, hope he's sold out 50s, and Lillian's like, yeah, I doubt that. You know, they got a World Cup that's coming here, FIFA World Cup. Anyway, so we talk about that in a second. Like, well, what if they need an MC?
Oh.
Yeah, we talk about that in a minute. But anyway, again, it is so good to have my family here. The biggest thing for me is my son, my daughter, my wife, my cousin. But I know that if my father were here today, he would be so happy to know that his sister, who, you know, I always felt like that was the sibling. I mean, not you're supposed to talk about favorite siblings, but that was the sibling who he talked about the most. It's probably one of his siblings that I really do connect with. So it's really important to have my Aunt Jean here, to have someone here it's a connection to my father. So I'm super grateful for that.
Well, we are all grateful. They're saying on the text line, it's a beautiful thing to have your family here. We look forward to Sunday, although tomorrow is officially your birthday and you are working.
By the way, just so we're clear, yes. You can ask my aunt. My father was the same way. Same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break and we'll come back next. We'll do that next. Gee Ursula.
What's with the
water heater's worn out?
Way less hot water?
Takes a lot longer, too.
Sounds like a goner.
Worst of all,
what?
Wasn't planning on it.
We can help.
Apollo Plumbing.
Ready right now to get you
in hot water.
Same day.
Not this day. My budget.
How about with easy payments?
How much easy?
Around $50 a month with approved credit.
A new water heater?
50 gallons of 100% hot water delight.
For about $50 a month.
51, 52 to be precise.
And you can do it
today if that's what you need.
Is it ever?
Apollo installs new ones with code upgrades.
Can't beat that.
Actually, I can.
What?
Your same-day water heater replacement includes Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which means?
Apollo Plumbing covers your new water heater for life.
You mean should it ever wear out?
Apollo Plumbing replaces it free.
And if it needs service?
Service is included for our A-list members.
Wow!
Your new water heater is ready
right now
at apolloplumbing.com.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most.
That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Whether you've done some preparation already or you're just beginning to plan for your retirement, it's never too late to make sure you have everything covered. Elder law attorney Rajiv Nagayich joins me. You have an opportunity coming soon that will help answer some important questions, don't you?
We do. And every month we take 3 or 4 opportunities to go to the communities and educate people about what proper retirement planning is. The notion of retirement planning around having a hodgepodge plan, working with a financial planner, a lawyer, a CPA, a doctor, those pieces by themselves are not going to give you the results you want in retirement.
And you and the LifePoint Law team want to teach us about the Safe Harbor Trust?
They do. The single biggest financial threat in retirement is an uncovered medical illness. A Safe Harbor Trust, it should be a must in most of these estates, but it's not.
Be a part of the next seminars in Olympia on April 9th or Federal Way on April 11th. Attendance is free, and the information will save you thousands. Sign up now at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Hi, Flo here to say that Progressive knows that life can change quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, like when I have to take my ex off my policy.
Oh, sorry. But yes, we can do that.
And can you send them a message and tell them that they have trust issues that they need to work on?
We don't really get in the middle of these conflicts.
Also, can you let them know that I was faking interest in his band and it's probably time to grow up?
I'm not going to do it. Just know that with Progressive, you can easily make changes to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Also, I'm staying in touch with his mom because she's absolutely lovely.
Bad idea.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
A multi-billion-dollar settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Let's talk about artificial intelligence.
I cannot answer that.
Many professions are using it, and allegedly some are even being taken over by it. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, we know police are leveraging AI, whether it's analyzing body cam footage, reading license plates, or even facial recognition. AI has become a helpful tool, enabling officers to work more efficiently. And efficiency for them means more people getting pulled over. You can't chat GPT your way out of a high BAC. Getting legal advice from AI is no substitute for an attorney. Use AI correctly, or it can result in trouble, like a self-driving car taking you home from a bar.
You have reached your destination.
So call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com. If you get pulled over for DUI, the only thing you need your smart device to do is call 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
1-800-DUI-AWAY!
It's Gee and Ursula. Ursula? No.
We have to call a couple of audibles right now.
Goodness.
Okay, because we are finding out, first of all, our newsroom is telling us that the Ichiro Suzuki statue unveiling didn't go so well. So, Gee, what happened?
Well, I guess they go to unveil it and the bat chipped off and it broke off or whatever. And you know what, Ursula? Just the way this Mariners season is starting.
Yeah, you know how they're going to use this as part of the narrative as to the bad news for the Mariners right now.
3 home runs, they got robbed.
Okay, it can only get better from here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
But we're also pulling an audible because a bunch of you have texted in questions that you wanted for Gee's family, and I want to take advantage of this beautiful family being here. So the first question is, again, for Auntie here, what would you say made Gee so special when he was young? This is from Susan on Facebook.
I wasn't that special when I was young.
Well, like, what was so unique about him? What stands out when you think about Gee when he was young?
His mom dressed him so well. I remember him having little short pants and a little jacket. And his dad had the same thing when he was around his age.
So that's when the fit started.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom dressed me as a kid. Oh, I was, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was dressed.
Okay, Lillian, we so often hear about the first date. and how Gee didn't have a whole lot going into this first date. Robin Puyallup wants to know, what was the moment that you knew that he was the one?
I think it's when he talked about his kids. Like, he was really passionate about his kids, and that was early on when we started to get to know each other. So I was like, that is a total sign for me. I was a single mom, and I have a son, and it's difficult being a single parent at that time. So when he just told me about his kids, that was like, okay, he's the one.
See, because one of the things that Gee keeps bringing up is that he was broke, and you had to pay for the date.
No.
I bet Lillian saw the future.
Here's the thing. I wasn't that broke, but let me tell you something. It was a graduation. My son said I was broke enough. Hey, listen. We went. The first date was at a coffee place. The second date, we moved up to Dave & Buster's. You know what I mean? Hey.
She paid for her own coffee.
That's
she
right.
says, "Man, Gee, you lucked out."
What's it saying that the fruit don't fall far from the tree? Me and my fiance's first date was at Wendy's. I paid though. I paid.
Look here.
Okay, baby Gee, I got a quick question for you, and I want to ask Ashwin the same question. What are you most proud of about your dad?
Yeah. I would say me being able to witness firsthand his own turnaround and redemption. Now, most people see it as you could say financially, but more so just, career-wise, starting off in a way that maybe was less favorable to be quote unquote. I guess successful is kind of subjective based on who you're talking to, but I feel like from me being young at a young age to kind of question where are we going to sleep this next weekend, from staying at different people's, and that's not for real, staying at different people's houses to to getting to a point that's not a conversation that he needs to have. I'm not in the household no more, but that's not a conversation that he's having for himself, and for him to be to kind of turn that around in his own life. I think it's easy to play victim card and say, well, woe is me, but to turn things around and get his stuff together and keep going was, I'd say that's something I'm very proud of.
That is so cool. Ash?
I was just telling the story from when I was at work, and I was letting people know that I was going to go to Seattle for my dad's birthday, and they were all like, well, how old is he? I'm like, oh, my dad's turning 50, and everyone gave, blank stares and was doing the math, and I don't know how many people do know this, but my dad was a teenager when he had me. So starting off from like a teen parent, not only are you becoming a dad for the very first time, but you're also entering adulthood for the very first time, and you have a kid, and you're still a kid yourself. You might not have felt like it at the time, but I think looking back, you would agree you were still a kid, very much a kid yourself. So seeing that progression from the teen dad to the early 20s, struggling not only with figuring out like who you are, but also who you want to be as a parent. So I'm very proud of the journey that you've made to get to where you are and to be the grandparent that you are.
And he's a great grandparent. Well, Gee, happy birthday
I
again.
appreciate it. We'll have some good time. Can't wait. No doubt about it. Hey, appreciate everybody for hanging out. Lori, good to see you out there. Nick, man, always Nick, come on, give us something. Come on.
You want me to give you something?
Yeah, give us something.
Well, we have a special weekend soon in store for someone here who is just hours away from his new 50s coming near. And we're hoping that we sent him out in style for our boy while he rides off with his family for a time that he'll enjoy.
We're gonna have a good time.
Oh, come on, Nick.
So happy birthday, Gee. Well, wishing nothing but the best. And we're happy that your son got that sports story off his chest, because we all know now, never in your life have you ever scored no dang points in a game.
Nick does this at the end of every show. He sums up everything that was said. He does it every show.
Happy birthday, buddy.
I appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. All right, Ursula, thank you.
Thank you.
See you on Sunday.
Yes.
And what's the attire?
Wear it. Wear it big. Go big.
Put that stuff on.
Go big or go home.
Put that stuff on.
Yeah.
Sophia, are you coming?
I'm pulling up.
Well done. All right, the Jake and Spike Show, they're coming in next. Hey, we appreciate all of you. We do this on, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna be here on Monday. Y'all figured it out. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
It's a celebration.
Congratulations to KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger and digital content producer Patrick Janasek, nominated for a Northwest Emmy Award for investigative reporting.
It began with a question from the community. It seemed almost too stunning to be true.
KIRO News Radio is honored to be the only radio station nominated for the prestigious Emmy Award as part of our commitment to impactful storytelling across every platform, reaching into the communities we serve. On KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
My name is Skip, and Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland helped me with my small business administration loan. With her help, I was able to keep my small business open, and she can help you too. Please contact Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland's office at 360-459-8514 or visit strickland.house.gov for help. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Mark is 76, and his shoulder pain was getting in the way of him playing baseball. You heard that right. Baseball.
Yeah, there's a whole league here of old guys pretending like we're kids.
The pain from severe arthritis just wasn't going away.
It was like a nerve-type pain, and I couldn't sleep at night.
That's when Mark decided to see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
Well, if I can avoid surgery anytime, you'd probably be better off.
Mark is back out on the diamond playing baseball.
So I moved into this retirement community, and I talked about my shoulder, and these old people here, they got all excited about it, and two of them now have gone to see Mark Wagner. They don't like driving into Seattle, so I drive them in.
He more than recommends Dr. Wagner. He chauffeurs. So whether it's a hip like mine or a shoulder, elbow, ankle, wrist, or knee, before choosing surgery, see Dr. Mark Wagner first. He's the most experienced in the Northwest with over 20,000 stem cell procedures. Go to drmarkwagnermd.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Kids are full of energy, but keeping them active in their teen years can be a challenge. Aim for an hour of physical activity every day. If they like sports, that's a great place to start. Keep the focus on fun, not winning, and encourage your child to do a variety of activities. If your child isn't meeting that 60-minute goal, gradually increase their activity in ways they enjoy. For more, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Penalties and interest are piling up every single day. Wage garnishments and bank levies could hit any moment. If you've been avoiding it out of fear, you're not alone. But waiting only shrinks your options and ramps up the stress. The truth is, the IRS settles with taxpayers every day through legitimate programs, and many qualify to reduce what they owe, in some cases by up to 99%. That's why thousands turn to helpwithirsdebt.com. They've guided over 120,000 Americans, resolved more than $2.3 billion in tax debt, and back every case with their ironclad resolution guarantee. If there's no real path forward, you get a full refund, no fine print. They even randomly select one qualifying client each year and pay off their entire IRS balance. Terms apply. Don't let another day